Now, Sir Ivan, if you will press this switch over when I say now, that will open our station. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
So, good evening, everybody. How are we all? I couldn't remember if I was doing a stream today or not. And then Natasha sent me a message saying, "Are you doing a stream today?" And I went, "Yeah, all right then." So, here we are.
Hiya, Penny.
How is everyone?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. So you have a thing to tell us, public information, don't you? What's happening tonight?
Which one?
What's happening tonight?
How the hell do I remember what's
about
happening?
5 minutes ago. You said,
"Oh, when I went in." Oh, right.
No. What happens at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know what. Oh, yeah. Clocks go back.
Oh, right. So I get an extra hour's holiday. Okay, we got that.
Favourite, innit?
We got that.
You lose an hour when it goes forward, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's happening with our coaches tonight, because with the clocks going back an hour, technically the coach will come in an hour early.
Yeah.
But then the day drivers get up at 5 in the morning after the clocks have gone back. They'll have breakfast at 6:30. Right, and then they'll get to the bus station at 8 o'clock normal time. So that means the morning coaches have got to wait an extra hour. But then, even worse, what happens when the clocks go forward? So that means all the buses run an hour late. So
exactly.
I don't know. Anyway, I've got a really funny story for you. I say funny; it's interesting funny. In fact, I tell you what, I'll wait till a little bit later on. We'll wait for the people to come in. So I think it's a great story. I file it under reasons why I love my job kind of things. Right. So we have got Kenneth. Afternoon and hello everyone from Atlanta, Georgia. And we have Teresa who says hi all. And I thought you were going to go, "Thank you, Teresa."
She knows already, thanked her.
I know she knows because you sent her a message, but I just thought.
Thank you, Teresa. I received my delivery even though I missed it last night.
Yeah. Right. So I am going to finish this little wolfie off. And I was a bit naughty after the stream last time.
Did you carry on?
No, I did a really naughty thing. Really naughty. I'll show you rather than tell you. I kind of had a bit of an itchy mouse button. So yeah, bear with me a sec. So I needed to order some drills because we were looking at that other diamond painting. You know, I showed you all the diamond painting that I wasn't going to show you, and we discussed a different color, which I don't think it's perfect, but it's 100 times better because it turns out what it was it's a portrait. And there's a lot of green in there. So we've replaced the green for a warm grey, but there's another green in there. So I really want a lighter warm grey. But in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll show you it. I think it's all right. So that's what it looks like now, replacing a lot of the green. But you see, you've still got this little bit of green there. But all this big patch of green there, this is the colour. You see, it's very green. And I just thought it just made him look a bit zombie-ish. But I think with that little bit of green, we kind of get away with it.
Yeah, you do get away with it.
On the other one, there's not so much green, but you got to remember that for your wedding, she would have had professional makeup done, whereas he would have just had the 3 S's, you know, the shower and the shave.
Yeah.
And just make sure he looks good. So obviously, because I'm using, I'm replacing 3072 4 bags. I'm replacing that with 453. And also I've replaced C with 453. C is this other one which is quite green. So what I've actually done is I've merged. There's 3 different colors, which is now warm grey. So I've had to buy extra drills, obviously, because I'm going to be using 4 bags of a different drill. So I've ordered that. And then, of course, while I'm there, I couldn't help myself. Well, right. So, no, right. So I might have mentioned it the other day that what I'd done was...
That's all right. I couldn't help myself either the other day.
Oh, I lost my keyboard. So, right. So I was having a bit of a sort out and I found the cheat sheet for a diamond painting that I forgotten I'd ordered, which was this one.
Yeah.
So I've ordered it. I mean, look, right. I mean, oh, it's now out of stock, but it was £13.50. But obviously I used my discount code as well. So, you know, it's about 12 quid for 40 by 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, how could I not order it? The other thing I ordered as well, and you know this is coming. I've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah.
I've ordered this.
I love that picture. That was fun to do.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I ordered that, and that was £14 3p with a discount code. That's a 50 by 40. I think that's priced wrong. I really do. I think that's been priced cheaper than it should be, because I know that ain't right. So I'm abusing it, and I'm buying it before they realise what they've done and put the price up. So, but I might be extra naughty. I've kind of been on a rival site,
right?
Yeah, and I've seen. I was looking for that bus, and I got a phone. Where's my phone? All right, so well, there was 3 that I found. I don't know, see if I can find them, but I was looking for that bus, and then they're doing a 3 for 2 offer, and then I looked at the one that I got for free, and then I'm like, well, I could get that free one bigger. So I'm getting the bigger one, and then this one. I'm pretty sure this is the one I ordered, which I lost the canvas. So I want to get that to get the canvas. But then because they're doing a 3 for 2, I was going to order 2 more. I was going to buy you a present, Natasha. Let me see if I can find it. Because I saved it in the cart, but I didn't. Yeah, it's emptied the cart. Oh no, it hasn't emptied the cart. Yeah, right. So this is one I saw that I thought a friend would like. I lost control of my cursor. So this is one that I saw that I thought my friend would like.
Oh, look at that.
I know. And then this is one I was going to surprise you, but I'm no good with surprise. I'm going to buy this one for you, Natasha.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Now, that is a 50 by 70, and it's $31.99. Now, if Smith's Beads did it, we know it'd be cheaper, but Smith's Beads don't do it, so we've got to put up with the price of this one. And this one is a 50 by 70. And that's free. It should be 32 quid, but it's free because you buy 2, get 1 free. And the cat is 35 quid. That's a 60 by 60, which actually isn't bad because it's roughly the same price as my custom. But customs are more expensive because they're one-offs, which is why I think that's a bit expensive. But it's about Victoria Moon are giving you set. Oh, good point. No, do you know what? Oh, yeah, but that'd be totally naughty though. But these ain't been watermarked.
No.
Oh, you're brilliant. Yes, of course, because we've said this before. I'm not right. So, guys, let me explain myself in full. I'm not advocating illegal activity, right? But if you can get now, if I was to steal a picture off of someone else's website and turn that into a diamond painting, I personally wouldn't broadcast it because you're showing someone else's stuff. But if you were sitting at home and you go, I like that picture, and I'll copy it, and then you do the old right click copy, send it off for a custom. So long as you don't resell it, you don't show it on camera. Well, you might be able to show it on camera, but obviously, like, where do I stand with, oh, here's one I made and it's already finished, not showing you it being done. So be a bit careful, but there's nothing illegal about copying images. It's what you do with it that pushes you into illegal.
Yeah, it does push you that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. And right, so taking a picture from Victoria Moon and having it done as a Smith's Beads, this is going to sound absolutely terrible. I have no problems with that because Victoria Moon are a big company, aren't they? Yeah. If I took one of the designs from Smith's Beads and had it sent off as a custom to Victoria Moon, I'd have an issue with that because you're taking from a small business and giving the business to a larger business. That makes sense. So I'll have no problems going, but that's opinion, all the rest of it. But yeah, I'm glad you come up with that. So I might do that. But they have got some nice pictures actually. But then again, if they don't watermark their pictures, they're just asking for trouble, aren't they? True. So yeah. So right. So Teresa says that she's done that kitty in crystals. So what do you think of it? Is it all right? I've got a friend, they've got cats and she liked cats, and I just thought that might make a little present for them, like an anniversary present or something of them being together and stuff like that. So Caitlin T's popped in. Hello.
Hello.
So, and Teresa says that looks a lot better now. Yeah, that's what we thought. It's not perfect, but it's 100% better. Well, 100 times better than it was. So I'm all right with that. And I got little cuts and things. Anyway, I was going to tell you a little story. So, filed under reasons why I love my job. So, we took this bus out the other day. We do a 2-day trip down to London, and we always do a pre-check. You've got to check the bus, check everything works all right. And we noticed that there was a bag left in the overhead. So obviously a customer had left their bag, but whoever had that bus before us should really have spotted that. And the cleaners should have spotted it. Now, our cleaners are, on the whole, fantastic. I won't have a bad word said about them. So I think it's extremely unusual that they've missed that bag. But normally when we have lost property, we have a little system and we book it, and it's all associated with us and it's associated with that journey. And if I can find a name, see, I found a passport once, so I was able to find the name. And then what happens is if you've lost property, and then you ring up Flix or you contact Flixbus and you say, I was on such and such service. And then what they do is they search any lost property for that service, and then they can access the photos, the descriptions, and then they'll say, right, okay, get yourself down to this depot, quote this reference number, and then you'll get your lost property back. But anyway, because this bag wasn't found on my service, I didn't know how to book it in. I couldn't attach it to my journey because he wasn't on my journey. So I just took it in the office and said, "What do you do?" And my controller just went, "No, we'll put it down there." That was the end of the story. So I thought. So we're coming up last night, and about halfway through the journey, this guy starts talking to me. He says, "Oh, I'm having trouble with lost property." He says, "I've rung Flixbus and they can't find lost, and they're saying that they're going to look for it, and it'll be about 2 weeks." And I went, "Well," so that's all you can really do. So he says, "Yeah, my friend's lost his bag." And I went, and something he was saying, it just, something was like, I went, "Was it a little grey rucksack?" And he went, "Yeah, with an umbrella sticking out of it." I went, "I think that's the bag I handed in." And he's going on about passports in it. And I said, "Well, look, I'll be honest with you. I unzipped it and it looked like it was mostly clothing. So I didn't really have a fudge through it. Normally, I'll open bags up and I'll look for anything with names on it or anything like that. But I couldn't find anything. So I didn't. I just looked like clothing." So I said, "I think that's the bag I found." And it turns out I think it was. So I rang, it was 4:30, so the daytime control had already started work. So I rang him up and I said, "Can you just have a look down on the left-hand side? There's a bag." He went, "Yeah, that's it." I said, "It's all right if we bring this guy in. Instead of dumping him at Glasgow and saying you've got to make your own way to depot, if we actually bring him when we're out of service." He went, "Yeah, that'll be fine." So this guy's like really appreciative. He's trying to give me hugs and stuff. And I'm like, "No, that's all right." I go, "That's just what we do." Turns out it was his bag. So he came out and he got his bag. He was going, "Oh, I want to buy you a coffee." And I didn't really want to accept. I think he wanted to take me for a coffee. And I really didn't want to go for coffee. And I said, No. I said, "It's fine." I said, "What you got to remember is you taking me for coffee in the morning because I've just done a night shift. That's like me taking you for a coffee. That's like you having an espresso at midnight just before you go to bed." He went, "All right, fair enough. I understand." So, but here's the funny thing. We dropped him off at depot. He went in and got this lost property. As we're parking the bus up in the wash, controller comes through. He says, "Oh, has he left a water bottle on?" I went, "So you're telling me we brought him up to collect some lost property, and in the process of finding lost property, he's generating more lost property?" He went, "Yeah, something like that." So, but we got his water bottle back. But I just thought that was really nice. It's just one of those, you don't get that every day.
No.
Just like he was so, I mean, I always say, like, I don't necessarily want a pay rise. I just would like people to genuinely appreciate what I do more. Obviously, I can't live off thank yous. I can't ring up the electric company and go, "Look, I've got no money for you, but I have had 15 people say thank you for the work I've done. Will you accept that?" That don't work. But when someone gives you, like, we don't go out of our way. It's just what we do all the time. Lost property, book it, and it's like, it's no skin off our nose taking him to the depot. We're going anyway. But it was just, it makes the job worth it. Yeah. I mean, the obvious answer is look after your bloody stuff and don't lose it in the first place. But it happens. So anyway, right. So don't know how much time only 20 minutes. So I am determined to finish this today. I'm going to finish it. I absolutely love it. I can't get over this. £4. I said in the last stream, I didn't really expect it to be brilliant for £4, but look at it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
It's about half finished. What should we call that? Half finished?
Yeah, approximately, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was like not as much done before, and it looked good. It looks better now. So I love it. Absolutely love it. But I am going to do it with a pen today. I tried doing it with the tweezers. I quite enjoyed doing it with the tweezers. But it's I'm going to go back to the method I'm a bit more comfortable with. So
No harm in that.
No, it's fine. I can do whatever you want, really, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll do it with a broom handle if that's how I want to do it. Because it's my diamond paint. I've lost my boat. Here we
What
are.
do you mean you lost your boat?
Well, I lost it, as in it's not here anymore, but here it is. I had that I've been doing a bit of diamond paint before the stream. I really like the idea of having a diamond painting that I'm doing off camera and one I'm doing on camera, because I don't know if it's going to really drag it out, but it's I feel a little bit guilty that I finish a stream and then next time I start a stream, like 10% of the diamond painting is done. So right, so what should we do? I'll give you a choice between 3, 4, 5 and 6.
3.
3.
I found some new toys if you want to see them.
Oh, you said you were going to not show me until the stream, so yes, I do want to see them.
I went in my spare room, as I normally sometimes do, because that's where all my junk is.
Sometimes do, because that is the point of a spare room, yeah.
Yeah, it's full of junk and it's messy. But I've just found 2 things. I've not used them. They were still in there, packaging and everything.
So I'm just wondering what it is. I mean, is she a secret? I mean, it could be a gift.
But don't quote me on what they're called, because I cannot for the life of me remember, and I can't remember when I bought them.
Thank you.
So, there's 2 different colours here I've got, and they're huge. I got that one.
Thank you. Enjoy. Sorry, I just had my dinner made for me. Oh,
and
look, he's been all posh and he's put a bit of sauce around the edge. Look. How good is that? I mean, he's got an absolute mess around there, but look. Right, sorry. Oh, yes, the big boats. I thought
yeah, but they come with things.
No, I was getting ready for something really exciting, like some whips and some.
But they come with things, right?
Oh, are they the ones that you can? Yeah.
For the boat.
So you can do 2 different colours at once.
You could actually do. If I stick them in, you can actually get 4 different colours in there.
Oh, that's good. Is it really secure?
Yeah, they don't come out.
Oh, that's good.
And it comes with a little brush thing if they get stuck in there.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, excuse me, sir.
So you can space them. And if you've got confetti colours in your picture, you just space them out to however you want. But I would get the DMC colour code in there somewhere.
I'll be 2 minutes. Amazon's code. I bought V a present, and so I'm saying to him, you get the Amazon and you open it.
So you can, but my advice with this is get the DMC colours next to it somehow, so you know the DMC colours. That would be my advice, because I'd end up forgetting what colour's what in there somehow. But they are. They don't come out. You have to literally pull it out to get it out, so they're not loose. But they're my toys I have found. So, just in case anyone. But I don't remember the name of them, so, and I can't remember the site I got them from. That's not unless anyone's got these, might know the name of them. I just call them boats, trays, but it could be under a different name. Someone else might know what they're called. But my new toys, you know, and I found them. They're my new toys to me because they were still in their wrappers when I got them out, which I've just put in the bin. And I had a little chuckle to myself on there because it's got a date on it. I thought, is that their expiry date? So they were still in that. It's like the 16th of the 10th, 2022. I thought I had a giggle to myself. Is that their expiry date, like food or something? You know, like you do, because I'm a bit weird. So I thought I'd show them, just in case. I'm sure someone will know what they are. But sadly, yeah, I thought I'd show that. But I only just found them. But each tray you do, or whatever you call them, these boats, you do get tools with every single one. So I've got 2 of these. They got a little hand on there. Got a little tiny hand. So you do get one of these with every one you buy. It comes as a little set. But I can't tell you what colours they had. It was that long ago. I probably bought them and saw them and I thought, yeah, I'll go for that. Then lost them. And now I found them again, as you do. And I've had 2 deliveries today and I've not even opened them yet. From Smith Beads.
Sorry about that, guys. I was just bored yesterday and I was looking on Amazon and I'll tell you what I bought him.
I've just gone through the trade boat things, whatever you want to call them. I think Teresa knows what they're called.
Yeah.
I just called them trade boat things.
Yeah, boat trays, trade boats. So, no, my lodger, he drinks a lot of canned drinks. And he buys like the boxes of drinks. You get like 10 or 12 in a box.
Yeah.
And if the fridge gets wet, obviously the cardboard gets soaked. So I bought him this. Oh, that was pretty cool. There's even a video on. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Don't know
Put more than 5 or 6 in now, can't you?
Yeah, well, you probably get the old box in, but they're yeah, it's pretty good. I like it, and he likes it. And but the Amazon guy would have to come while I'm in the middle of the stream.
Do you need to see them again, Penny?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Right. So excuse me, I'm eating while I work, but so I'm now having rice too. Oh, so sorry, I told you this story before, but yesterday I had for the first time ever burrito.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and there was so much packed in there. It was like £7. I think I had it last night. I'm still full now from it. So, those are called baffles. I got some of those somewhere. Oh, is that the bits in the middle?
Yeah, I think they actually called that.
Right.
If Teresa knows.
Dominic Koku says, good evening. How are you, my good friend? And then Bob's popped in. He says, hello again. And then Teresa says, yes. So,
I'm sorry, I'm just opening my deliveries now. Sod it.
You having your what?
I'm opening my deliveries.
Fair enough. What is? I want to know what it is.
You want to? 2 pictures.
Oh.
If I can get them all. But Mike has kindly named them, so I know what's what.
Well, depends what he's named them.
Anyone else in there?
Because if he's named them Diamond Painting 1 and Diamond Painting 2, that's not really any good, is it? It's like me with my baby hamsters, calling them Hamster 1, Hamster 2.
That's one of them.
Nice. Thought Teresa was the big Tiger fan.
But she knows what I've been doing.
Oh, are you going to make them for her?
No.
As a present?
She knows what I'm doing.
Here you go, Teresa. Here's a present of something that you already sell. Nice. We mentioned that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike's kindly named one of them so I know which one goes with what, because obviously one comes with the DMC, and then Mike's just written that one that goes with the
So you
tiger.
can't
So I
tell
know
the
that
tiger.
goes with the tiger.
So this is so that you can tell the difference between the tiger and the leopard, is it?
It's so I know which, I suppose, the diamonds go with what.
Right.
He put them together.
Well, he normally labels them anyway, because when I got my 2 diamond paintings, the bus ones were labelled bus, which is greatly appreciated. I mean, it doesn't matter if he didn't label them, because of the way I kit up, I always kit them up by number.
And then I've got 2 more of them. As you know, that they come in handy with me.
Brilliant. Oh, do you know what? When I first got them, first time ever, I'm like,
Yeah.
These are really good, but I'm probably not going to use them because of the way that I cut my patterns. But actually, now I've got them, I start using them. And if you took them away from me, I think I would defend them with a gun in my hand.
But I used Spendy so much and got free delivery.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
you know, I did that with them.
Yeah, I've had to pay for my delivery because I didn't order that much. Which really, I missed an opportunity there. And I've just had a good pay packet from work with all that overtime. I could probably have bought enough stuff to keep me going for the next 10 months.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can just go and go and go, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing is, I mean, here's the world's biggest lie, right? Okay, well, I'll buy a few bits now and I won't have to buy anything for about another year. Because we say that, but we know next week we're buying more stuff, aren't we?
Yeah.
So that's just one of those lies. No, I will not buy any more diamond paintings.
Yeah, you still do. You still go and bloody do it. I do.
Yeah. I'm thinking about writing a book. It's going to be titled I will buy
Diamond paintings.
I will not buy any more diamond paintings and other jokes I tell myself.
And these, well, I know what these are.
Ah, yeah, we don't talk about them. We don't discuss them, do we?
You don't.
No, I am absolutely gutted.
Right, Teresa, how do you get these out of the box without everything crushing?
So what you do, place your hand on them, tip it upside down, place it on the asset, place it down on the table. Place it down on the table. Come on, you've got a lovely desk. I know you can do it. Right, now you grab the flaps on the box, one each side, top, bottom, or left and right. And then you slowly pull that up. That's it. That's how you get them out. Or you just do it my way and you just shake the box and they come flying out across the room. Yes. Yes.
My little drawers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to shut my eyes now because even the drawers are better than mine.
Can't even get it to the camera.
Yeah, like even your drawer handles are better than mine. Assuming they're pretty much the same as mine, be careful when you put the drawer in. Make sure you put it in level.
Right.
Otherwise, it sticks. But what I'm finding with mine, they're pretty much an exact fit. And sometimes you just strut like that. That's a good example. I mean, obviously yours are far superior to mine, but sometimes they get a bit sticky.
Yeah.
And that's usually because I haven't quite got it square. But what you find is as you're using these drawers more and more, it just scrapes the inside a little bit. And then you end up with a situation like this, where they come in and out easily. So it's basically the more you use them, the easier they are to operate.
Yeah.
So, but obviously yours are far superior to mine, so you may not need to do all of that.
But they are stuck together.
Yeah. But they're brilliant.
So,
and then you can sort of you know, do whatever shape you want to do.
They can sit over there where I'm trying to
Yeah.
make a little crafty corner.
Yeah, I mean, you could arrange them in like a round with a gap in the middle, then you kind of create a little shelf in the middle for your trays or something.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
So that's this is my little crafty corner by the light, obviously. But this is my little crafty corner.
Oh, it's so
I'm calling
neat.
it.
It's so neat. Give it a couple of weeks. You'll soon have a desk look like mine.
No, I'm too Teresa will tell you, I'm too tidy for that. I have to have things in certain places because that was really messy the other day. The second shelf's messy because you know where my medications
Yeah, but you're the kind of person that if a piece of paper is out of place, it's too messy for you.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Although my living room, well, tomorrow my living room will be messy because I've got the girls and the boys to clean out.
Oh, okay.
But I have to clean it up afterwards. I'm not one of these that can just leave it. So I can never get a messy desk.
I can't get this bag open. I'm about 5 seconds away from chucking everything in the bin. There we go.
But yeah, that's my little delivery. Yes.
Deliveroo!
But it was supposed to be last night, but sadly I didn't understand the site and got the leaflet through the door with a number who's delivering it, so I messaged them last night to ask for an approximate time. So they said between 4 and 6. So I've been standing at the door till.
You were a bit fretty at 5:30, weren't you?
Yeah, you remember.
Well, in all fairness, it isn't 6 o'clock yet.
No, but standing there from like 4 o'clock it gets cold. Well,
there's another guy I know. I remember once he was doing an Amazon delivery, and it got to about 9 o'clock, and he's gone, oh, they aren't coming. They aren't. I said, well, it does say before 10. He's going, yeah, but it's 9 o'clock now. I'm going, yeah, 9 o'clock's before 10 o'clock. And then it got to about 10 to 10, and he's really fretting. And then at 5 to 10 is ding dong. I'm like, see, told you. I go, yeah, well, but he was still unhappy. He goes, yeah, well, I expected it earlier. Well, how can you expect it earlier when they say before 10? 9:59 is before 10, isn't it?
Yeah, technically it is, yeah. You can't say it's late, can you?
It is. 9:59 is before 10. Right, I need another number off you. I need a number, 4, 5, or 6.
I gave you one. 4.
You gave me 3.
Oh, that one then.
Now.
I'm keeping the box. Keeping the boxes. I'm going to need them.
I need to get rid of my boxes. I've just got way too many in the house. I've just let my house go.
I've got an excuse to keep mine at the minute.
Yeah, well, I've just let my house go to pot. But I'm on holiday now, allegedly. That is the plan. So I'm planning.
Are you sticking to it for a whole week?
Yes, I am. I'm going to be doing half an hour in the kitchen, half an hour in another room in the house, and half an hour in my bedroom. And because the thing is, obviously, I've got all this time off, so loads of other stuff I want to do. And it's all about the priorities. But if I just dedicate an hour and a half to sorting the house out for a week, then I should get everything done. And I need to do a load of washing a day as well. But I don't think I've got that much washing, not to have to do a load a day. But it's just that some things take a bit longer to dry. Yeah. Shirts are easy. I just I can stick them on a wash. Trouble with the shirts is on my washing machine, a boil wash takes about 4 hours. So, but I stick them on a hanger and then they're done in the morning, dry. So, is that it for the 4s? I thought there was more than that for the 4s. Well, there can't be that many.
I thought you was on 3.
No, I just done the 3s. But there can't be that many drills left over for the 4s. I know.
You'll probably find them as you go along. That's what I do.
Right. Do you mind if I do 5s next? And then that'll
Go
be the
for
middle
it.
bit done. And then I'll do the 6s. And there's like a million of them. And I think
A million of them.
all over the place. All over the place. Now I've got to find the hole on this bag. There's got to be a better way to do this.
Well, do you want to see an update on my picture?
Always love your update.
I did manage to do a bit last night.
I'm getting stressed with this bag.
If I turn that off. There you go.
Whoa! Sorry.
If I can hold it
Trying
straight.
to cut the corner off. But
So I'm getting there.
nice. So you must be getting what, about a third of it done?
About that, I think, isn't it?
Okay, much pink.
But I've still got a lot of. Well, I've got to make it to 17
all of that
centimeters.
pink, is that pink all one colour?
Yep, all near. Well, nearer to the head, to me, there's a few different coloured pinks.
Yeah, but the actual main pink bit, is it all mostly one pink?
Yeah, one.
If you were that way inclined, could you do it all with a 7-place or a 5-placer?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's all 151 till it gets near my head. And it's different pinks. Because obviously it's a shading, isn't it? To be honest,
most of my block, at least it has a decency to be about 3 or 4 different colours. Whereas yours is quite rude and it's done it for one colour. But my detail bit, oh my god, it's like you'll have a big square like this and there's like one of every colour drill in it. If you're really lucky, you get 2 or 3, but that's it. Don't bank on any more than 3 or 4 drills. It's so tight. You spend more time finding the drills than you do actually placing them. It's really funny. But I think the bus is going to be like that as well.
Probably, because they'll probably be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that much so far.
Oh, you've done well.
And I'm not doing it every day or every minute of the day because I haven't.
No, but when you're getting on with it, you're getting on with the quality bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't touched my other one. I woke up earlier than I wanted to, and I did 1 square before work because I'm like, okay, if once I leave, I'm not gonna get any more done for 2 days. And then when I got home this morning, straight in there and did 1 square. So at least I've done 2 squares in the time that I've been at, since my last stream. So and then I think I've done 1 more square since. And then tomorrow I might do 3 or 4 squares after I've done my house cleaning, obviously. But it's just a case if you just crack on with it when you can. And obviously, because you're on a block bit at the moment, you can get quite a lot done in the time, can't you? But once you start hitting that confetti bit,
yeah,
and it's going to slow down. Yeah, really nice having a personal chef in the house. What he does quite simple. I know that this rice has just got vegetables thrown in, like a squeeze of tomato ketchup in it. But it's really nice. Oh, so I went into the co-op on the way to work to pick up some sandwiches and things for work.
Yeah.
Mr. Kipling, I like Mr. Kipling apple pies. They're simple, but they're done well. But because it's Halloween, they've got their toffee apple pies.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're nice. They are nice. And of course, you buy a box of 6, and once you open the box, you know they're not going to keep very long, are they, before they go stale? So I had to eat them all, you know, because we wouldn't want food waste, would we?
No.
That's the only reason I ate them, not because I'm a pig or anything like that. And then I regret it later on because my IBS and pastry doesn't mix very well. So actually, in all fairness, I had 5 pies. I did give one of the 6 pies to my co-driver.
One?
Just one. You know, just enough so that he thinks I'm nice, but not enough that I'm giving all my pies away. You just got to get that balance just right, haven't you?
Yeah.
And I always like the guys at work because I go in and I go, well, so you want a coffee? And they go, no, you're right. Thanks, Penny. So they all think I'm nice because I'm offering them a drink. I think they're nice because I ain't had to spend any money on them. So everyone's a winner.
Right.
So I am thinking maybe we should have a topic of the day every time we stream. I know it's going to be quite hard pressed when we have like 1 million streams in a week. What do you reckon?
Could try it. Why not?
So what should we have as topic of the day?
Could be anything, that couldn't it? Really?
So let's have a really crap one for today. So let's say you acquired £1 million, right? But you're not allowed to spend it on yourself. What would you do with it?
Give it away.
And obviously, would you give it away? Or would you? See, I'm a bit funny with giving money away. See, when you get beggars around the bus station, I don't really.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to them.
No, it's like I got no problems buying a homeless person, say maybe a bacon roll and a coffee from Greg's.
Yeah.
If they say I need money for food, no, they ain't getting money off me.
No, I
don't
trust
them, but I don't trust them. I think how much if you get like 100 quid in a day, how much of that will go on food? How much will go on drink and drugs and alcohol?
Exactly. I'd rather go out and just get them a lunch if they need it or a drink.
I mean, I'm going to try and word this carefully. I sympathise as to the reason why they're taking drugs and alcohol because it gets them through the day. Because not having a home and not having a job kind of makes the day drag a bit, doesn't it?
Mm.
So I'm not saying, it's okay for them to drink and have alcohol, but I'm saying that they're more likely to for that reason. Oh, crunchy bit of chicken. That's because V cooks his chicken on only one heat. Dominic says, everything is fine with me. Very busy with model building. That's good. It's the only way to be busy. Kenneth, when are you going to have another video on the Flying Scotsman locomotive and the Twiggy build? Well, the Twiggy is coming out every Wednesday. So the answer to that question is there will be another one on Wednesday. As for the Flying Scotsman, I have the Flying Scotsman. I still have all the magazines, but a lot of boxes are in storage, and I'm just hopefully I'll be able to sort things out and I'll have things organized, and maybe I'll be able to do something with them, because I'm not going to not finish that. It's a really good build. It's really old school. It's Nothing wrong with the Twiggy one, but these new builds, they are here's a part, screw it together. Whereas the Logan, the Flying Scotsman, being a bit more old school, it's like here's a flat piece of brass which we've cut for you. You're gonna have to bend it and glue it and do all the things with it. So it's a completely different thing, part work. Dave Mack, how are you feeling today? Dave says good evening, Penny and Natasha.
Hi, Dave.
So right, I need you to pick a number now between 6 and 6.
I thought you chose 6.
No, you chose 5 last time.
Or did you chose 5? You chose one of them.
Oh, I asked if you'd mind if I did 5.
That's it.
Because there was only a little bit to do. Whereas 6, it's like tons of it. It's all over the bloody place. Well, do you remember last week? And I said, pick one number or the other. But if you pick one number, you're going to do the right ear and the left cheek.
Yeah.
And if you pick the other number, you're going to do the left ear and the right cheek.
Yeah. And I picked the opposite.
Yeah. So, but there's actually a lot more 6. I thought at the time, I thought it was just this bit and there, but it's actually all of this as well. So I'm going to work my way down with it. This is more of a slight yellow. It's like a diluted yellow. I think that's probably a good. Probably sounds really bad if I use the word diluted, but it's how my friend used to make their orange squash.
Oh, right.
When they offered you orange squash, you always used to say, no, it's all right, I'm fine, thanks, I've just had a drink. But thank you for the kind offer, which is your way of saying, nah, your squash is shit, I'm not drinking that. So there's the colour there. It looks, on the actual thing, it looks white, but it's actually just a subtle yellow. So it's all varying shades of brown. Isn't that amazing? We've got one colour, which is not really a colour, is it? Brown's not really a colour in the conventional sense.
Mm.
And the only thing on here that's not brown is black, which is not a colour. So we're actually doing a whole diamond painting with no actual colour. Unless
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah. So it's various shades of not colour. I think brown is considered not a colour. Because brown is
black
basically
and white.
Well, black and white and greys aren't really colours. They're just black and they're white. And because I think you can get them by combining the 3 primary colours. But generally, brown is achieved by chucking all of the colours in together.
Mm.
I might be wrong there, and someone's going to jump in and go, brown is most certainly a colour. I'm like, okay, sorry. One of my regrets in life is not taking art more seriously when I was a kid. It's so much I've had to teach myself. You know, like there's me painting figures, and I didn't understand the color wheel.
Yeah.
And complementary colors, and I still don't know the names, but you've got colors that complement each other, complementary colors, and then you've got the colors that work that are opposite each other, but they work because they're opposite.
Yeah.
And then you've got the 3 blends and the 2 blends, and where you use 3 colors, which is why Christmas looks so good, because red and green are opposite colors.
Yeah.
And they just work well. I think blue and yellow are opposite colors. And no, hang on, blue and orange I think are opposite, which leaves yellow and something. I can't remember. I know. Green and red are opposite colours.
Yeah, I can't remember how it goes. I wasn't taking much notice back.
No, no, you don't. When you're at school, if you can't see the relevance immediately, you don't really take it in, do you?
No.
You know, if I knew that sort of 30 years time I'd be doing models and diamond paintings and things, I'd have sort of took meticulous notes and then locked them up in a vault so I never lose them. But sadly not. I think after I've done number 6, I think this is going to be practically finished. Not a lot left to do. I'm intrigued by what colour 8 is. I think it's going to be some kind of green, judging by the background colour there in the nose. Now, would you seal this afterwards? Because it's a partial, remember, and also it's super sparkly diamonds.
I probably wouldn't myself.
Right.
But everyone's different, aren't they? You know.
Well, this is it. I'd just be worried about losing.
Losing it.
I think that PVA, it did dull it slightly, but normal drills, it's more the cut of the drills that makes them sparkly rather than them being super shiny.
Yeah.
Super crispy chicken. Soft and bloody in the middle. This reminded me of that Dime Bar advert from years ago.
Oh yeah.
You like Dime Bars? Crunchy on the inside, chewy on or soft on the outside? No, I like Armadillo. Crunchy on the outside, soft and chewy in the middle.
Yeah.
Armadillo. Brilliant advert that was. It just kind of reminded me of this. It reminded me of it because of this chicken. We should call it char grilled. I do think char grilled is just a posh word for I can't cook and I burn everything. But it's lots of things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Did you know chocolate brownie was just a cake that's flopped? Someone made a chocolate cake and it flopped and they went, oh, we'll just call it brownie.
Yeah.
And that's how brownies have become popular. See, I've eaten now and now I'm more hungry. I was absolutely fine before I had something to eat. Although it's quite worrying actually. I've not had anything to eat since about 3 in the morning. And that was a packet of Jaffa Cakes, bar 3. Because I had to share some. You got to look good, haven't you?
True.
So I
Thing
shared.
is with Jaffa Cakes, I eat the whole bleeding lot though. That's the thing with them.
So we have a little fridge in our coach. Just for ease, I shove everything in the fridge. Now, I don't know what to make of refrigerated Jaffa Cakes.
I always stick one in there.
No, but right, so it makes the chocolate nice and crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah, how chocolate goes sort of hard and crispy in the fridge. And
Yeah.
that element is nice. But it also makes the Jaffa jelly bit go hard. And it's almost like eating a chocolate covered orange chew. And that's the bit that I'm not so sure about.
Yeah, it does do that, but I prefer putting it in the fridge anyway for some reason.
Chocolate is good in the fridge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not those big solid Yorkie bars in the fridge. That's just suicide attempt, that is. Right, see what we got on the chat.
Or their Toblerone. Don't stick them in the fridge.
Oh, do you know what? I saw an advert on Facebook today from Amazon. 4.5 kilo Toblerone.
Oh,
That
no.
is rather tempting. Very, very tempting. But see, trouble with a 4.5 kilo Toblerone, everyone will go, oh, gives a bit. You got loads there. And you'll be like, no,
Yeah, I'm not giving it away.
no.
I'm not sharing it.
No, but see, if you didn't have much of something, people go, I won't ask you for some because you ain't got much. But when you got 4.5 kilos, they think they have some divine right to share it with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's a really simple philosophy. You want Toblerone, you toddle off down the shop and you buy some. That's simple, isn't it? No, I know. I won't be bothered to pay and I'll just have everyone else's chocolate. No. No. And the other thing that annoyed me, you know, when you go to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and you say to someone, oh, I'm having, I don't know, fried rice.
Yeah.
Do you want that? And then go, no, I'll have such and such. And then they'll get their food and you'll get yours. And then they look at yours and they go, oh, yours look nice. Let me try some of yours.
No.
And you're like, no, you had the opportunity to order it and you said no.
I'm the exact same.
Unless you're sort of intending to do that. I've been on meals before where I've ordered something and someone else has ordered something and they've had half of mine and I've had half of theirs. But it's so that you can kind of sample more of the menu. But that's a bit different because that's pre-arranged.
Yeah.
That's not like, oh, I don't want what Penny's having. Oh, now I've seen it. Now I do.
Yeah.
I want to take what little Penny has and take it for myself in the ultimate act of selfishness. Right. So Dave Mac Bill says, yeah, good evening, ladies. Not feeling too bad. Well, that's good. I think you're just going to feel a little bit better every day. Sometimes it's not going to feel like, I mean, I'm trying to, well, you know me, I don't sugarcoat things. I'd rather be more honest. And, you know, you'll get a little bit better every day. And then all of a sudden you'll feel shittier than you did the day before. And then you'll pick up again. You'll have a good day. So, yeah, I'm sorry I can't give that to you any nicer. But, you know, if I lied to you, you'd go, that Penny, I'm not listening to her again. She lies.
Yeah, I get that.
Teresa, I haven't sealed mine. All right, fair enough. I think for what it's intended for, I don't think it's going to really take knocks and bumps and stuff. Obviously, once I get a cat and I'm going to leave him in my house for 2 days, all over my bed and that, I'm probably going to need something, aren't I? So Trish says mine is fine. Dominic says, do you ever have a creative weekend in England? It's like Telford. Yeah, there are various events for various things. But you generally find, unless it's a big thing that everybody knows about, you generally need to sort of discover these things through, say, magazines, for example. Like when I used to do, well, I still do genealogy, but when I was new, I was buying magazines, and those magazines were advertised like genealogy fairs, and I would never have realised they had them before I saw them in the mags. And also sometimes if you search things, but you've got to think of the idea to come up with the idea of searching it. Because a few years back, I was thinking about going on a miniature painting course. I know they're quite big in America, aren't they? But they do a few in England. There's not many of them. And you may have to see in America, you could probably go, oh, I want to go on a course, bang, pay your money, you're on a course the next weekend. Whereas in England, they might come up every 2 or 3 months. I was thinking about going on one of them because, you know, if you pay a little bit of money and you only come up with one new idea, it's still improved your game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just pick up one tip. So I do have a saying, every day is a school day.
Well, you're learning as you get older anyway, as well, don't you? Life is about learning anyway.
Yeah, well, that's it. The day you stop learning, there's no real point going on anymore, is there?
No.
So yeah, they do have things in England. Yeah, we aren't in the dinosaur age anymore. Some parts of England have got electricity. That's what always makes me laugh when people say, oh, in Norwich, do you have such and such? I go, yeah, and we've got electricity as well. And Dave Mack, I used to stick my Jaffa cakes in the freezer.
I never tried that one.
Well, see, my first thought was the actual cakey bit. But then I'm thinking, do you remember Arctic rolls? You could never wait for you have to take them out of the freezer and wait an hour. But you never did you? So you used to eat the cake frozen.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's a similar thing to that, isn't it? I'll tell you what would be good, because I like a homemade McFlurry. Now, most of my McFlurries are either Maltesers or Kit Kats, because I can just put the packet down and smack the hell out of it with a wooden chopping board. But Jaffa cakes, you'd have to chop them up. And I'm wondering, once I saw that about frozen, maybe stick a few frozen Jaffa cakes in a blender, and that'll chop them up that way. Do you reckon that'd work?
You don't know until you try it.
Jaffa cake. Well, I've got 10 days off now.
That's what I'm saying. You got 10 days of fun now, haven't you?
Yeah, if I can just avoid answering the phone. I'm on a good roll here because my manager's on holiday this week, and I'm on holiday next week, and I'm not sure what's happening the week after, because if I was on my normal rota, I would have Monday off, but I've also asked to change lines on my rota so that I'm working with a different partner. I won't go into reasons why. So I don't know if I'm working the Monday.
I guess you'll find out soon enough.
The route will come out before I go back to work, so yeah, we'll find out. So yeah, I've got at least 9 days of experience. Well, I could get a phone call now and say, "Can you work tomorrow?" And well, saying that, I'm on a 4-day week this week, and if I was on my norm, because we get paid average pay, sometimes we'll work 4 days. Most of the time, we do 6. And then, well, we don't do most 6. Normally what we do is we'll do like 6 days on, 2 days off. So it works out on average over the course of 6 weeks. We work an average of 4.5 days. So, but I would be working 4 days this week, and I'd be getting paid 55 hours for it. So they're not overpaying me if I don't work tomorrow. Because another week I'll be doing, 6 days is 48, 60, 70 hours when I do 6 days. But because some weeks I'm only doing like 40 odd, it all works out the same.
True.
And plus, even when I do work, I'm only working half the time anyway, because there's 2 drivers. So I am counting my blessings at the moment. I know it probably won't last ages. And I was ever so good yesterday, because I'd spent all that money out of my rainy day fund to get that TV.
Yeah.
It was only about £100 in there. Whereas if I'd have not bought the TV, I'd have about £600 now. So, and I got paid a lot extra because of all those hours I worked while I was on holiday. So I just went, let's just top up the rainy day fund. So I am skint now, but I've got a lot of money saved up again. And rainy day is basically, it's like if I run out of money, say Wednesday, 2 days before payday, and then decide I want to spend a big chunk of money, that's exactly what my rainy day fund is for. And I don't know how long it takes the claim to come through for my glasses. But
No idea.
well, I posted it on the Monday. It was a bit weird. I don't know if they were on strike on Tuesday, but I posted the letter on the Monday. I know I'd missed last post. Normally on the post box, it tells you what day the next collection is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So posting it Monday night, you're expecting to see Tuesday, but it said next collection Wednesday. So I just wondered if they were on strike on Tuesday, but if they
I think it was the 24th they were.
That means nothing to me. I just
whenever that was. I think that was.
Yeah. So but it'll get there. You know, just don't know when. Don't know what they were doing today because I done a naughty. I'll show you what I bought. So I bought this for the car because now I've got a bigger phone. I need a bigger sat nav holder. A phone holder. This is designed.
Oh yeah, because you dropped me on the floor, didn't you?
Yeah. So I got this. You press a button and it clamps it in. No, this was 45 quid.
Yeah.
Now, I took a bit of a gamble because that particular item, it was same day delivery before 10 o'clock. And I'd ordered it like really early in the morning. And I was kind of hopeful that it would arrive by 6 o'clock when I left for work. And then I could use it then. And it didn't. It got there about an hour after I left for work. And then I was talking to this driver I was with. I was showing him on Amazon. And they reduced the price by 7 quid. I was right raw. So I did a returns. And I've ordered another one. So I'm having the 45 quid one sent back and get a refund. And I bought another one for like 38 quid. So, but they'll resell the other one because I've just opened the package because when you do a return, you have a little barcode. You have to put it inside the package.
Oh.
But I haven't even opened the box. And this is genuinely the 37 quid one. It wasn't even, I'll open the box and then when it comes, I'll send the other one back. I have actually sent back the 45 quid one. But I was a bit gutted by that. I mean, at least wait a couple of weeks before reducing the price. Don't go, oh, Penny's bought one now, we'll reduce the price.
Always the way though with Amazon.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
And they're now advertising a 50-inch Fire TV. It's got all Amazon Fire Sticky thing all built in. But it doesn't say, it says access to hundreds of TV channels, but that's mainly because of the apps, but it doesn't say you can get normal TV on it. So I'm not sure about it. But to be honest with you, I used to have a Fire Stick, but I don't use it because I just use the app. And
I've got a Fire Stick as well.
Yeah. It's basically, it's just an app on a stick, really, isn't it? And then my new TV's got an Amazon Prime Quick button, so I don't really need the Fire Stick. The only reason you need a Fire Stick these days is if you know a dodgy man down the pub who can give you a hacked one. But
no comment.
Yeah, no comment indeed. So, right, Bradley Beaumont says, good evening, ladies. How are you, Bradley?
Hi,
So
Bradley.
as you can see, I am slowly progressing on this wonderful wolf. So much better than I thought it would be. I never doubted it wasn't going to be worth 4 quid, but you'd pay 4 quid for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If I've got any left. Just I do keep checking the website, and I keep expecting it to pop up saying, "Sorry, we've run out because of Penny."
Run out because of Penny.
Yeah. No, there'll be a sign on there. We're ever so sorry we've run out, but have you considered these drawers?
You're still not liking that, are you?
I am gutted about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. But I mean, look, if I get my
It's
Dremel,
one of them, though, isn't it? If it, you know,
yeah, it's the way it is.
it is. It is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the
No,
day.
it's like I mean, this happens to everybody. When I first moved into my first house, I bought a fridge and a cooker, and something else I bought. And then after I bought and paid for them and had them delivered, I had in the same day, I had one guy come up to me and go, "Oh, you should have said, I got a fridge I'm giving away." And then on the same day, someone else said, "Oh, I've been trying to get rid of my cooker. You could have had that for 20 quid. It's like, yeah, where were you before? But you
It's
know, whenever you buy a big item, someone will go, "Oh, I wish I'd seen you. I got one."
Yeah.
Always, every time. Or you'll go on one of these Facebook sites,
Yeah.
and it'll say giving away for free, and you're like, "I just bought one for 100 quid." So yeah, it's just, I'm not bitter. I'm just like, I wish I'd seen it. And of course, with a discount code, I mean, it's even without a discount code, it's well, if you're buying a lot of them, it's much cheaper on Smiths. And of course, Smiths works. Whereas these Amazon ones, you do lose one load because of the little. But I'm going to take it down with a Dremel, and you know me, I'll sort things out.
Yeah.
I will not be defeated by anything. I'm going to have to take my top off. Got up this morning. I got up a bit too early, actually. I went to bed very late. I went to bed about 12:30, I think. And I got up about 2:30. So I've only actually had 2 hours sleep. But I'm pumped for some reason. I know that at some point in the evening, it'll just suddenly hit me and I'll just be like, bleh, no batteries left. But I got up and it's been really cold. I think V8's had it. I think when I go to work, I think he opens all the windows in the house.
Yeah.
He leaves windows open and I come along and I shut them. And I think when I go, I think he goes, "Oh, Penny's not here. I can open every window in the house." Because I come home and all the windows are shut, but it feels like they've been open for a week.
Yeah.
So it's been really cold. So I banged the heating on, but I've got all my warmest clothes on. Excuse me. So then the heating got too much. So I turned the heating down, off. Well, of course, about half an hour later, it's time for it to come. So I've got it set on automatic times.
Yeah.
So it's now kicked in again on automatic. So the heating's going at the moment. So it's just getting a bit too much. So, but it's all right. If I don't open the doors and the windows, this room is not too bad, actually. As long as it's not windy. The wind does come in from underneath the door on the balcony. It's not windy. It does actually hold the heat in quite well. It doesn't take that much to warm it. I've only got one little radiator, and that's more than adequate. But I need to contact the landlord because I think the thermostat's broken. I'd rather have, everyone keeps going on to me about this, rather than having a big blast of heating for a couple of hours a day, it's cheaper to have it on low all day long.
It is, because it comes on when it takes more and costs more to keep turning it on, off, on, off.
Well, mine is either on full. It's a bit like V's cooking. It's either on full or it's off.
Yeah.
So it's like
constantly it actually costs you more than it would keep turning it on and off.
It just flicks on and off every now and again. Water's not too bad because I've got one of those. I don't know what the actual name is, but I call them hot water on demand boilers.
Yeah.
So I don't have a tank of hot water in the attic. It just
I
runs.
do.
No, it just runs. As I run the hot tap, it's coming through a pipe and it's heating the pipe. So just the bit that's running out the tap gets hot, and it's ever so efficient. You know, you run the hot tap and you get hot water within about 10 seconds.
I wish that was my case for here.
Yeah. So you kind of get used to you run the hot tap and you wait about a minute before it comes too hot, don't you? But I suppose it depends where the heat is.
My one's a total different layout.
Right.
Mine's like immersion heating, and that takes forever to heat it.
Yeah.
And it just costs so much.
Trouble with boilers in the attic is when you run out of hot water, God, boy, did it take a long time to get hot water again.
So, and the only property in this block I'm in that's got central heating is, believe it or not, it's underneath me.
Yeah.
So having to use electric heaters, and that just costs more. But
yeah,
I'm all right. I don't like a hot room, but I do now and again need to turn it on.
Yeah.
But I prefer my birds, obviously, to be more warmer than me.
Well, obviously. But one other trick is as well is because I'm on a second floor flat. I've got 2 people underneath my living room that have their heating on, and all that heat's coming through my floor.
Yeah, I must admit I do a lot of that one as well. So
one of my first flats, it had like communal heating.
Oh yeah.
And with the price of gas and electric these days, I do wish I still lived there. Oh, I'm getting a bit sad now. This is nearly finished.
You have to get one of your others out, Penny.
Right, so. But sometime this week I'll have 2 more diamond paintings. But you guys all right if I do that wolf next? I know it's 2 wolves on the trot.
Go for it.
The thing is, whatever happens, I've got 2 wolf diamond paintings and I've got a leopard. Obviously that hasn't arrived yet, but within a week that's what I'll have. Now I'm doing a wolf now, so unless I buy another diamond painting, should I do the leopard next? And then I'll buy another non-wolf diamond painting before I finish it, and then we'll do one of the wolf paintings, and then I'll do the non-wolf. But mind you, I've got the bus as well, haven't I? I think that's what we were going to do, was we're going to do the bus next, weren't we?
I think so. Can't remember.
What should I do next, guys? Should I? Because I've still got to seal that Flixbus one. So that's going to take a couple of streams. I reckon by the time I finish this and done the Flixbus one, I reckon that leopard one would have arrived. So do you want me? Let's have a quick, what we got? Can I do polls on?
Can you catch up on chat? Have you missed something?
Oh, God, I have. I'm so sorry. Right, Kenneth, when you going to have another video? I said that one before, didn't I?
You said that one.
Yeah. I finished my diamond painting. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, that's all nice links, isn't it? Because you've got Dave Mack has done a Spitfire, which links in with his part works.
Yeah.
And now he's done one of Paris. You've got Mark Fitt doing the Eiffel Tower in matchsticks. It's all nice links here, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, Teresa, different department of Royal Mail are on strike on different day. Oh, so you might have, like, for example, 7 different departments all go on strike one day in a week, but it'll delay the whole postal system for a week because it can't get through. And then I suppose once they're on strike, you're then going to end up with a bottleneck, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you know, if you're not processing 1 day's worth of post, tomorrow you've got 2 days worth of post. They must realise that. They must realise that when they go back to work, they got twice as much work to do.
Well,
I suppose that's not really the point, though, is it?
No.
So, right, Dave Mack. I hope you don't mind, Natasha. I sent you a friend request on Facebook. What I always say about friend requests is, you can send the you can send the Facebook request. It's up to the other side to accept it, isn't it?
I'll accept it later from you, Dave. I'm not on Facebook, so it'll cut me off from on there.
Teresa, we do still have quite a few of the wolves left. So there you go, guys. Get them in. They've got them in now, but we can't guarantee how long they'll stay in for. So there you go. Pete Webster, evening all. How are you, Peter?
Hi, Peter.
Evening, Pete Webster. Hi, Dave. Hi, Penny and Natasha. And yes. So yeah, I thought I could do polls. I don't know. Maybe it's like a major featurey thing.
Oh, what, on here or not?
Oh, all right. Here we are. Create a poll. Right. So.
Right. Oh, is this for the which diamond painting you do next?
Painting should I do next? Oh. Snow bus. Wolf.
What was I doing?
Add other option. What are my options? Leopard. And the other wolf. Oh, I won't do that. So I think polls are fairly semi-serious, aren't they? Right. So I'm going to call it the Wolf 6, because that's what Smith Bees has called it. No, Smith Bees have called it Wolf 4. 4. Oh, it is Wolf 6, isn't it? No, hang on. Right. I will do another.
Haven't you got 2 wolves?
I'm going to call it 2 wolves hissing.
Yeah, I call it that.
The other one is going to be puppy looking in puddle and seeing a wolf back. Oh, it's a big old poll. Oh, hang on. I've got too many characters. I need to get rid of 11. Why am I restricted on? Right. Pup. Oh, I need to lose 2 characters. All right, there we go. Bit slightly abbreviated. Pup, look in puddle, and see wolf. There we go. Right, poll is up. So, and I'm going to have a vote as well. I think I'm going to go for... No, I'm not going to vote yet. So I'm going to let you guys vote first. So you can't see my vote and it doesn't influence you. So Dave Max is thanking Tasha.
Welcome.
I got my next batch of Titanic issues today. Pete Webb says, I'm good, Penny. Thanks. Getting ready to start building the 50. Wow, if you've not started yet, you are in for a good time. You are in for a good time. Oh, have I accidentally voted?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, I can't vote. I can't vote on the own poll.
I can.
Right. Oh, the vote's coming in. Right, so we got 11. Right, so we've been going live for 1 hour 29 minutes. I'll finish the poll. I'll close the poll at the end of the stream, and then we'll decide what I'm doing next. But
So you can't vote on your own one.
No, I can't vote on my own poll. I'm obviously so insignificant. I don't get an opinion.
Oh well, I suppose that's how it goes, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to vote for it.
The only opinion I get is the options that I make available to you. If it's something I don't want to do, I just won't make it an option. Right. I'll be doing issue 2 on Tuesday and post it on YouTube once edited. I've got 24 issues of Titanic I need to do now. I've caught up with all. Trouble with doing a lot of issues, though, is that once you've done them, you're like, oh, I want to get on and do that. But you've got nothing left to do. So it's like when I did that Fiat. It really was fun doing like 4 packs. I had more packs available than I had available time to build it. And it was nice because I could just go, I've got a spare couple of hours. I'll get on with that. And where I'd been falling behind on the Ecto 1 as well, it's like if I didn't feel like doing the Fiat, I could do a bit of Ecto 1. But once you caught up, that's it. But I still got the Spitfire to do. And I got enough to get on with a Spitfire, but I think I've been put off by seeing everyone else's build. I will finish it. And I just wish I had. It's one bad thing about my job because I'm on a rota. I don't have set days off, but I really wish I had a set day off, and I'd pick up the rest of that bus because there's still about 20 issues to do on. I've got all the issues. I've got the build. That's the one that I really did look after. Because I know the Millennium Falcon, I left that at my storage place along with the Harley and some other stuff. So that's now gone. But the bus, I made sure I had that with me all the time. So I'm getting a bit sad on this now because this ain't long till it's finished. You can really see it coming together now.
Yeah.
And it's a bit sad now. 1 minute you're like, oh, this is actually a lot bigger than you think it is. And now it's like, oh, I'm nearly finished. There was one drill I missed out. I missed an A. But you know me, I always miss one, don't I?
Oh, I always do it if I'm working like I do. I always miss one and I end up seeing it. I go, why did that not show up when I was doing that colour?
Well, this has only got like 7 colours, so I shouldn't really be missing many.
I think it's just normally you do.
Oh, talk of the devil. Mark Fit, Defo Snow Bus and hi everyone. Well, so the Snow Bus was up to 80%, but it's dropped to 67% now. We've had 6 votes. And joint second place is 2 Wolves Kissing, which I haven't got yet. And the pup looking in the puddle singing the wolf. So no one wants to see the leopard done then. I think that's discrimination there, isn't it? Buses and wolves, yeah. Leopards, no. But I think that's one of those polls where, because we're doing pictures and the poll is just words, you've probably got to have seen the streams to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, isn't it?
I mean, whatever loses will get done.
Yeah.
Just so we're talking about the order, but I'm quite happy with the way it's going at the moment. I think it's better if we completely avoid the last subject that we did. So obviously I'm doing a little wolf now, and then once I've done the Snow Bus, I'll probably look at doing either the 2 Wolves Kissing or the puddle one. I don't know which one I prefer. I really do like the wolf looking in the puppy looking in the puddle, because
she's a big gigantic him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that originated from. There's an inspirational poster. It's like, it's not what you are, it's what you see. And there's a picture of a kitten looking in a mirror and seeing a lion back. I think that's where that one's originated. I think it's just been adapted. Do you know what? I dropped a drill and there it is. Just got caught in the middle. So obviously it's been adapted for people that aren't really so much into lions. A lot of people are into wolves, aren't they? I remember a time it was very hard to get anything wolfy without getting red Indians as well. And I was never really been into red Indian stuff. Nothing against red Indians. I'm not being racist or anything. Just doesn't do anything for me. And the other thing as well, what is it? I forget what my animal is. I think it's I don't know if different people believe different things or if this is fact, but I got told you have two spirit animals. One you can choose and one you can't. And I think my I want to say what moose, but I'm pretty sure that I got the word moose from who's that comedian? The one from Birmingham, Joe Lycett.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, because he did that sketch about moose, and because he said that someone came up to him and said, "Oh, you've got the spirit of a moose," and he said, "Well, what's a moose?" And it says they go, "Moose follows its own thoughts."
Yeah.
Oh, it does whatever it comes to its mind. And then this woman goes, I normally charge 30 quid for this, but today I'll 15 quid will do. So Joe Lycett goes, well, Moose says you can piss off. But I can't. Someone did tell me what my spirit animal is, and I said, well, that sounds a bit boring. And they went, no, it's actually a really good one. But obviously when I got told I can I think if you choose a spirit animal, do you think you choose the animal because it's got traits that you like, or do you think you become like the animal you choose?
Frig knows, because that's going deep, that, isn't it?
That is a bit in it. Do you think it's a bit too deep for one of my streams?
No. What I mean is it's a bit deep on... How do you put it into words?
Philosophical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might want to be that. It's like I always say, I want to be a bird.
Well, see, I just love animals. I love wolves. I always love wolves. Before I even understood anything of their traits or anything, I've just loved.
Yeah.
They're just like big dogs, aren't they? But they're dangerous dogs that cannot be trusted.
Well, if you think about that one, wolves are near enough in every part of a dog.
Yes and no, because dogs have been bred for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And but whatever you do, a lot of
dogs do.
Yeah, but whatever you do with a wolf, it is a wild animal. Yeah. And it will run off natural instincts.
Yeah.
And whatever you do, you will never be a wolf. With domestic dogs, they either become your part of your pack or you become part of theirs. And they see you as a member of the pack. And obviously, if you train the dog well, they see you as the alpha male. It's just where people have trouble with dogs is if they allow the dog to start winning that power struggle, then it will become a bit nasty. It'll start putting you in you in your place rather than you putting it in its place. This color is quite amazing, actually. This looks black, but it's actually sort of a reddy color. I don't know if I can get there. Can you see that on the nose?
Yeah.
Doesn't show so well on the camera, but it's a really nice little red. It's quite nice. When I tipped them out, I thought, oh, they're black. But obviously they're not all the right way around, but so they look black, but they've actually got like sort of a black currant color. So I'm just going to tip it upside down for this bit, which is going to make it slightly awkward. But yeah, all a trait of of wolves. I don't really know if any of those traits are natural, or if I've just gone, oh, that's the trait of a wolf. I think I'll develop that trait. But they are very protective and very loyal. I do think my loyalty kind of is almost to a fault, actually. I am loyal, but I tend to be loyal to the wrong things. And they're quite nomadic as well, aren't they, wolves? I think sums me up. I'm trying to settle and trying not to be so nomadic, but I know I'll probably... what am I? Been here nearly 2 years. Just after Christmas, it'll be 2 years, and that'll be the longest I've been in one place for a very long time. I think my record is 5 years.
29th, I've been here a year.
Yeah, cool. That's it. Really, that's gone quite quick then, isn't it? Well, it might not have done for you.
No.
If you're a bit miserable somewhere, time drags a bit, doesn't it? Whereas if you're happy, you'll be like, oh yeah, only feels like yesterday since I moved in. Obviously, only you can ask. Whoa! It's all right. That was all right. That was a friend. He's allowed to ring me. Don't worry, it wasn't work.
Yet.
No, shh, don't talk it up. I think this particular drill here, I think that might be possibly the most important colour. I think it's like setting things off. That really has made a difference. But boo-hoo, I've only got one colour after this. Well, two, if you count the one that I forgot to do on the last one. The one that I missed.
Always the way, I always miss it.
Always the way. Yeah, but only one I missed. Whoops. Oh, feeling the effects of 2.5 hours sleep. And just yesterday, I was saying to someone I really can't function well on less than 6 hours sleep. And just last time I did a stream, I just couldn't get it together, could I? And yet I'd had loads of sleep.
I suppose it's one of them, isn't it? You can either get more sleep, and the more tired you are, and the less sleep. It works both ways, doesn't it, really?
You can. There is such a thing as too much sleep, I think, anyway. But I also do believe you won't sleep if you don't need it. So look at that. Just looking at that side. That bit up there, it's really set off, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, that is all of the 8s. Oh, I missed a 2 as well, look. How bad is that? Oh, and zeros I haven't done, but it's not many of the 0. I'm going to do zeros next because I'm quite intrigued to know what they are. Or did I miss the zeros?
Don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, I missed them, look, because there's there. So I'll do those next. I've just got to try and get this back in here. Oh, I'm just going to cut the tops off. I've been cutting the corners off so that if I do drop the packets, they're less inclined to fall out. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to figure out what packets they come from. But that's the original intention, was doing this. So, I bet you I do the zeros and then I do the rest, and I still don't get them all.
Always the way.
There's not many I've missed, just 1, 2, 3 there, and then there's 5 there, and that's the zeros. Oh no, and there's another batch there. Actually, it was quite a lot I've missed. It's quite disgusting that I've missed that many. I think that's a case of Penny, are you blind?
Yeah, but I still do it.
Oh, polls changed quite a bit. Snowbus has still got over half of all the votes, but still no one's feeling sorry for the leopard. But if you compare the bus with all others, you got 50. Oh, now Snowbus has exactly half of the votes. See, we have much better general elections than the political parties, don't we?
Yep.
Right, there's an 8 missed there. See, I'm going to do the 7s next, and then that'll just highlight all the ones I've missed them. See, why has that one gone in, but the others haven't?
See, never ask me for the numbers, because I'll give you numbers that you miss.
No, it's fine. It's I mean, obviously, I wanted to do things, but I see you got a bit of a cheeky smile going on there.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Cheeky one. There's a load of zeros there I've missed as well. Look at those. And then I was just doing the number 8s. Right, let's get the 7s done then. Oh, that's nice. That's a reddy brown. It's coming up as red on that, but that's a reddy brown. Quite a bit of red in it. Not as much as the number 8 is kind of a reddy black. This is more of a reddy brown. You can see it better there, can't you?
Yeah.
That's quite nice. I think that's going to be really nice. Well, I'll do the air first and we'll see what effect it has on the air. This might even be a better colour than the H. You never know. Let's see if there's a change on the poll. Oh, it's going up. It's going up. Ah, someone's felt sorry for the leopard now. It's in joint last place, but I'll tell you what, that'd be a. Oh, I was watching one of the really big streams, one of the House of Dragon streams.
Yeah.
And it has like thousands of people watching it live. And he'd put a poll up, are you rooting for Team Green or Team Black? And I think like within about a minute, there was about 800 votes. And it was like quite interesting. But I think once the poll's been going a little bit, you kind of know. I mean, I don't think it's going to change much now. We've got 13 people watching. We've had 9 votes. So it's probably not going to change the winner, is it? But we'll see. We've got till the end of the stream. You know, there might be 56 people just pop in, vote, and then bugger off. You might get someone come in with their 58 accounts and just think, oh, I know. I'm going to vote leopard because nobody else really wants that one. And that'll screw the vote up. But like I say, they'll all get done eventually. We're just voting in the order that we do them.
True.
You know, by the time we come to do the leopard, you guys might all be actually in the mood to do a leopard. So Chris, hi Chris, have you voted on my little poll? Dave Max says, hi Mark. People said, believe me, Penny, I have thousands of, yeah. Do you know what? They all add up, don't they? You know, you go down the shop and you buy issue 1 of your first ever part work, and it's like 99p or £1.99. Or whatever it costs these days, and then you build a few issues at like £8, £9, £10 a week, depends on which part work it is, and then you get sort of 10, 20 issues, and you work out how much you spent, and you go, oh Jesus, and then you get a few other part works on the go, and then you kind of realize how much you've spent in total on part work, and you're just like, yeah, go and save yourself, guys. There's nothing you can do for me now. Just save yourselves. And I'm a little bit gutted about the amount of money I've spent on some of the part works that I don't know if they'll get finished. That Fiat, I'm still waiting for pack 23. The Jaguar I'm still waiting for. That one I'm really annoyed with because I think they'd run out of stock. And as it came back in stock, they introduced it slowly. Because I know Chris got his reintroduced. But I wasn't one of the batches to be reintroduced. I'm still waiting. And it's annoying because I won't get my money back. So I haven't even got a chassis for my Jag. And obviously the Ecto 1, the company went into, did they go into administration or something they did? But that might be safe by IXO. I know I can buy the 3D printed bits, but I haven't finished the chassis. I mean, I won't mind if I can finish the chassis, I'll then go and buy the 3D printed versions for the roof. As I say, I can't finish the Fiat without pack 23, and that's been paid for. And each time I email Model Space, they go, yeah, it's coming in stock. But it's been, how long do you reckon that's been, Teresa? It must have been over 6 months. I reckon it's been longer than that. But I made the stupid mistake because they said we're moving warehouses. If anyone wants to buy, if they want to finish off their build in one lump, we'll give you a 20% discount. So I took the 20% discount and paid for all of the packs. Received about 9 packs, all bar pack 23. So I might actually give them a ring on Monday, have a little chat with the manager, ask for him by name.
I would.
Yeah, I'll just say, look, what's going on? I've paid for pack 23 and I haven't received it. You've moved warehouse, you've had a chance to sort things out. And while we're at it, when is my Jaguar starting up? I'm waiting for the email to say, right, your Jag's coming back in, fill this in for the payment details. Because they had to do that, apparently. It's something to do with data protections and holding people's information, and I don't know, I don't get it, but it's like that IXO, or IXO, I don't know how you'd pronounce it. They're legally obliged to, because I think they've picked up all the data from Eagle Moss, and they are legally obliged to send you an email to say, we have a copy of your details. It then gives you a chance to sort of contact them and say, I don't want you knowing my details.
Yeah.
Obviously I do, because I want them to say, it's back in stock, so that I can go, hurrah. Wouldn't it be a good coincidence that that email that just come in was, oh, what's this? I knew that was going to happen. So that, oh, that's just Microsoft saying we've nicked your money, which is nice, isn't it? Who's that down in the background, Natasha?
Probably a neighbour.
Oh, okay. Cool, your walls are that thin, are they?
No, I've got the window open, so I'm moving into the window.
I always love it in the summer when you have your windows open and then you can hear the kids crying because their parents won't buy them ice cream.
Yeah.
Not that I'm cruel or anything. Right. So how are we getting on? Oh God, I've lost my place. There we go. Right. So how are you both doing? I am super. I have just finished my last Flixbus shift. I'm now on 2 days off.
God.
And then on Monday, I'm on 7 days holiday. And I'm going to be putting in more effort than I've ever put in my life to not be working any of them. normally I'll work 2 days on holiday. And I don't mind doing that. You end up with 7 days pay for 2 days work. But this one, because I worked 4 days, I was on holiday last week, but I ended up working 4 days. And in all fairness, I got a good pay packet for it. But that ain't the point. Sometimes you want the time off, don't you?
Yeah.
So I am having the time off. I'm going to be going out in the mornings. That's what I wanted to discuss with you, Natasha.
Oh, yeah.
I've said that because I think I'm going to be on nights when I go back, I would normally try and keep myself up every night. Plus, I like being up at night anyway.
Right.
So I was thinking about doing the streaming as though I'm on nights, i.e. 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, well, I'm off for a week. I might as well do a daytime because I want to go for a haircut. And I want to go out. There's a few places I want to go and visit.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, it's easier if I'm, what's the point in me keep myself up all night and then leaving the house at 7 in the morning to go for a day out? So obviously I want to do daytiming, but then if I do daytiming, I'm doing streams at 2 in the afternoon. I can't go out because I can't be back in time. So I'm thinking I'm thinking of doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. stream.
Right. Okay.
And then because I'll be going out, I'll then have something to chat about as well, won't I? So obviously, if we do too many streams without me actually doing any activity, we end up with nothing to discuss.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I want to. What I'm thinking, I want to do Lockerbie on Monday because I've never been to Lockerbie, and it's the first big event in my life. When people go, I remember where I was when the moon landings, and I remember when I was when JFK was shot. My first big disaster-y eventy thing was Lockerbie. And I'm about an hour and a half's drive from the Lockerbie Memorial. And just in case there isn't an awful lot to do, if I can't make a morning of it, about half an hour down the road from there is Gretna Green, which has apparently got a shopping centre there. So I'm thinking I'll do Lockerbie with Gretna Green as a backup. That if I end up with too much time on my hands, and then I thought I'll nip down to Brayhead shopping centre on. I don't know why. I just end up spending loads of money. But what's the point in having money if you can't spend it?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd have I've only ever been. I mean, as a bus driver, I've been to Brayhead. I don't think I'm exaggerating if I said I've been there 1,000 times, because I'd be going there sort of 5 or 6 times a day. So maybe 1,000 is a little bit of exaggeration, but if I say I've been there a few hundred times, I really don't think I'm exaggerating. But I've only ever been in once, and that was to nip into Waterstones to buy a book. Because I didn't have the money to go in and you see a shopping centre, you go, I'll go in. If you ain't got the money to buy lots of things, what's the point in going around a shopping centre? So, and I was talking to you before the show about buying a few bits and bobs of clothes. So maybe have a little look. I ain't been in H&M for years. I don't know.
I've been in there, but I've got to the point where it's got a bit boring for me.
Well, because I ain't been in, but I mean now, obviously the age. Last time I went there, I think I was in my 30s, and I was coming out with a new outfit just about every week. Do you think it's still worth me going in 20 years later? You know how you have.
You never know. You could find something you've been after, and you haven't been.
Yeah.
There since, so you just never know.
And
it's one of them.
I'm wondering whether to make the mistake of going around IKEA because you know with IKEA you always end up coming out with something. I'll end up coming out with some kind of new furniture idea.
I think that's any shop for me. I end up coming out with something.
But do you know what? It's nice. It's nice to be able to have the option. If I see something I like, I'm able to buy. I've saved up for it. It's not like I can go in Brayhead and buy something from every single shop every single week.
No.
But you know when you go around the shops and you're like, oh, I'd like that, but I ain't got the money. It's nice just for once to be able to go, yeah, I'm frightened because if I want something, I can buy it. Obviously, it defeats the object of me saving, but I know I've had this conversation with Teresa. I know I said that if I save this much a week, that's going to work out as so much after 5 years. And I also said, we know in reality I won't save that much, but it'd be nice to aim for it. So maybe I got the hang of spending after buying this TV. So I did go without a few things, saving up for that. I have no guilt at all about spending that money. And of course now you've now got a desk to rival mine. So now I've got to get one up on you, haven't I? And I've got to buy a table better than yours, which will then spurn you to buy one better than mine. And we'll have a terrible game of keeping up with the Joneses.
See, I'm not that. I don't do things like that. So
I would have done as a kid. But
yeah, I would have done as a kid, but I got to the point whereas I don't.
Well, when I was a kid, it was like, oh, look at my trainers. They cost 100 quid. Well, that's nothing. Mine cost 150 quid.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you hit this age and you go, oh, look at my trainers. I only paid a tenner for them. Well, that's really good. You go from one extreme to the other, don't you? Yeah,
you go the opposites.
And I see these kids. I mean, the kids and trainers these days. It's like, I don't know. See, when I was younger, it was women who had 100 pairs of shoes and never wore them, wasn't it? Now it's teenagers.
Yeah.
Right. Pete Webster says, hi, Mark. Christo says, hi, all, and Natasha. Francis says, hi, Penny. Chris Davis says, where is the poll? Hi, Chris. The poll is in YouTube. The Titanic is going up to is it really? I didn't think they changed the prices partway through the actual part work, because with the Route Master, what was it? It was one of the part works they had running, and then they brought out the Spitfire, which was £1 more, but the other part work stayed at the cheaper price. So I'm surprised at that. So does that mean they're going to do a bit of a naughty, that they're going to put the shop prices up to $10.99 from issues 1 to 45 on the shop website? Because that'd be a bit naughty if they did that, wouldn't it? So we'll see. Watch this space. Peter Webster, hi Francis. Christopher says, okay, thanks, as I'm on Facebook. LOL Chris. Hi Peter. Was gluing a strut on when you mentioned my name and it's a tad short. Gotta do a repair now. Oh no. Yeah, I just thought it was nice that I'm doing a diamond painting show. I also do part works. Dave Mack does part works, and he's also done a diamond painting of the Spitfire, which he was also doing in the part works. And then that's followed on with a Eiffel. Did you say Paris, or did you say? Well, obviously, if you do one of Paris, it's going to have the Eiffel Tower in it, which then linked him to you, who's doing the Eiffel Tower in matchsticks. So
yeah, linked them both, didn't you?
You know what I'm going to do on Tuesday, don't you? I'm going to I'm going to end up finding a toy shop, and I'm going to end up buying a simple matchstick kit. And I'm going to do it. I'll do it off camera, and then I'll go, look what I made, guys. And then I'll and then I'm going to end up doing a video a week on matchstick making. I just feel it. and I'm going to end up complaining again because I got too much on and can't keep up with my YouTube channel.
Yep, always the way that.
Yeah. See, I haven't got much on my YouTube channel at the moment, but it's very manageable. Well, almost completely manageable. I've got to pick up my scale models, but I've got so much to do, and this is why I'm allocating little bits of time. You know, clean. If I sit here doing one thing, I won't get the house cleaning done. If I spend all day doing house cleaning, I'll moan because I haven't had any leisure time. So I'm giving myself, you know, I'll get up about 6 in the morning, jump in the kitchen, spend about an hour in the kitchen. That's that done then, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there'll be like a little bit of probably save the living room for the evening. You know, do like an end of day clean. And then there'll be bathroom needs doing, but the bathroom's quite simple to do. It's just a case of wipe around everything. And then it's the one area I use bleach. I'll just maybe chuck a bit of bleach down the toilet. But I've got these tablets where you chuck them in the toilet and then they all dissolve into the toilet. And it says to leave for a minimum of an hour. Yeah. So they're always best if you put them down last thing at night. And then you leave them last thing at night, go to bed. And even if you wake, the only thing is, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I need a wee, I have to remember to flush the loo before I use it. Otherwise, you're sitting on the toilet and you know, and you got all of this cleaning stuff going where you don't want it to go. But you know, too much information there, isn't it? Right.
Got something I noticed.
What's that?
Banner.
Oh. There we go. Sorry, guys. Right, I've got a lot of radio control models to build yet, plus full kits. You know what I've got in the attic? And I think it's almost complete, you know, got all the parts. Don't know if anyone remember a long time ago, I 3D printed that tractor. And I'm just waiting for the screws might need sorting out, and I'm pretty sure I've got all the electric components. All I need is a thin piece of plywood to make the sides of the trailer, and I can make that tractor. The only thing I can't do is 3D print more parts because I haven't got my 3D printers working. But I did print all of the parts off, and I might even possibly have enough parts done to make a second tractor. Because what I wanted to build 2 tractors. You've got this trailer with the bits that come down mechanically, and what I was going to do is build 2 tractors, so I could then drive the second tractor up on the trailer and have it all controlled from one remote control. Wasn't cheap to build, to print. But, I mean, you can pick up radio control cars now for what, 10 quid? But you're not going to get a good one for 10 quid. You know, I don't know what a good radio control vehicle costs, but I think this worked out at about 150 quid in total. But it's fairly unique, and you haven't bought parts and screwed them together. You've printed off and made every single part, and obviously you got the electronics and stuff like that. And then I've got some little orange lights to make sort of I forget what you call them, you know, down the side of trucks and buses they have those orange lights. They call them chaser lights or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I even put those on as well. I've got those to put on. I'm working out all the little switches and what to connect to what switch and how to do it. And I've done it all in purple. So, but that's all in the attic. So, right, Christopher does. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, okay. We've got a clear winner. Clear one winning now. 11 votes, and Snowbus has got 64% of the vote. So I'd sit up the window eating an ice cream so they could see. That was reference to when I said about having the window open, hearing the kids crying because they can't do an ice cream.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Bradley?
Coughing.
Bradley, me and you are on the same wavelength. If I heard a kid crying because they weren't allowed an ice cream, I think I'd be straight in my freezer. I'd make myself one of my homemade McFlurries, and I would be up my window eating it. And at the top of my voice, I'd be going, oh, this might be the best McFlurry I've ever made in my life. You know I would, don't you? Penny, fancy doing some Red Dead tonight later? Right, I'm going to give you a provisional yes, because I really do want, and I think I owe you quite a bit of Red Dead because I fell asleep last time. But I am fairly tired, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to give you. But I really do want to do a bit of Red Dead, and I'd like to, at least for a week, try and get a bit of a, even if it's only a short session, have like an hour or two every night. Because we do have fun on that, and that is a really good chill out at the end of the day. If anyone hasn't ever played Red Dead, I'm sorry you haven't got a clue. But it's one of those games, if I had to explain it to you, you probably wouldn't understand. Because what do, Chris? We ride around this fictional city, and we lasso people and drag them around everywhere, listening to them screaming. We do the odd bounty. We hunt animals and skin them, and then try and sell the skins. We make illegal alcohol, and we hunt crocodiles. And I don't think I could describe it in a way that it sounds fun, but it is fun. But as I say about Chris, it's not really so much the game; it's the company I'm keeping on the game. True. You know, I'm not the most fantastic player on Red Dead, but all of my posse are about the same level as me, so we're all having the fun together. And yeah, it gets a bit frustrating when we fail missions, like that bloody legendary bounty we did the other week, and the game was glitching. And it was quite funny that we were trying to get this bounty alive, and then just as we lasso him, this bloody bear comes out of nowhere and mauls him to death. And we're like, huh? But I know we hadn't done a legendary bounty for ages. But if you ain't got a clue what we're on about, I mean, it's not really supported so much now, but it's still playable. But if you have a look on Red Dead, so you have a look on YouTube and look up Red Dead Online, I think is the best way to find it, and have a look at the videos. And it's just, well, I suppose it is the same as Grand Theft Auto Online, but instead of cars, we have horses, and then you have sort of missions that are relevant to the world that you're playing in. Right. Peter Webster says it's the other way around here. Hear me crying when the kids pinch my eyes. Oh, you poor thing. Bless. So altogether with a premium, I'll be paying $11.99. Is it worth the premium, Dave? Quite often I see those premiums, and if I don't think the acrylic cases are worth it myself. Well, I'll rephrase that. They're not tempting enough for me to go premium. So I but obviously it depends what you want. The Rossi bike build already asked, yeah. Do you know what? It's funny. I was very tempted by that Rossi bike. Very, very tempted. But at the time when they released it, because that's a model space one, isn't it? Model Space seem to be having stock issues, and they have that a lot. And I paid when the Samba first came out. No, not the Samba. I bought the Stagecoach. I bought the Sopworth Camel, and that was on their Black Friday sale. 2 years later, I had to fight hard for a refund on that. They still hadn't dispatched it. 2 years I was waiting. And I thought that was... Why are they selling stuff that's not in stock? You know, if it wasn't in stock, they should have said, sorry, it's not in stock. I mean, I personally would have... I would have had the money back and I'd have bought it when it comes in stock. Oh, my fire truck has been paid for yesterday. I nearly cocked up. I got my dates wrong. Because they take it on a card payment, I can't set up a direct debit. So what I have to do is, on the day that I'm expecting it, I have to put the money in my account and then make sure that money stays in the account, and they do a card payment usually in the evening. I was off down to London and that said card payment declined. This was Thursday night, and I had the money waiting in my bills account. So I messaged them and I said, I'm really, really sorry. I got my dates muddled up. Can you try again? And because Friday was payday, I didn't even transfer the money out. I just took it out of my wages that had just gone in. And I got an email at 9:20 that said, yeah, thank you for your email. I'll pass this on to accounts. And at 9:27, there was a payment going out of my bank account. So how long that's going to take to come, I do not know. It has been taking 2 to 3 weeks from payment date. But they reckon they've got themselves sorted out now. But back in the early days of Agora, you used to receive the pack a few days after you paid for it. And I'd like to see them go back to those days, because that was one of the things that... See, Harchette, they tell you a dispatch date, but you get them about 2 weeks after that. But in all fairness with Harchette, you get the goods before you pay for them, which I think is a daft move from a business point of view, because what do you do if your customer doesn't pay? But I guess they can afford it. And they don't keep sending. So if you don't pay Harchette, I think you'll end up with about 2 months before they finally stop. They stop sending stuff. Well, I'm getting really sad because this is nearly finished. I've really been enjoying this.
Have you?
Really enjoyed it, yeah. Really, really enjoyed it. Can't praise this enough. I mean, like I say, it's not, it's not in the same league as my customs, but, my custom was 40 quid, 40, 30, 30, 40, it was a lot. It was more than this anyway. And we always say the little ones, you don't get a lot of detail in them, but I mean, you look at this for the size, the detail's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is small. The first diamond painting I ever bought was a 25 by 25 wolf, and this has got more detail than that 25 by 25 wolf. So I haven't really measured this, so this is, let's measure it from the actual. Let's get my ruler. Let's get the ruler out. So this is about 15 wide. I'm just looking at the drill area, not the whole thing. It's about a 15 by 20, and this has got far more detail than that 25 by 25 I bought. And these drills are easier to roll as well. Oh, that's really good with this. I think it's the glue. Do you know what? Maybe poured glue is better than double-sided. Or maybe it's because I use tweezers.
Could be either.
Could be. Could. Or as I suspect, it's a combo of things. Right. I don't think the voting's changing much. No, it's not. We're still on 11 votes. Right, but we do need to do a catch-up on the chat. That 3D tractor was awesome. Yeah, it was fun as well. Hi, Chris. Hiya, Chris. Hi, Peter. How's you? I pay around 400. Oh, right. In that case, then, my tractor was cheap. See, because before I did that tractor, I had no experience with buying radio control stuff, and I would have said sort of 200 quid-ish was a lot of money. I'm gonna commit an offence by what I'm about to say. I see radio control vehicles as no more than a toy. It's a high quality toy, you know. So to spend that much money on a toy is, you know, obviously the reason I'm sort of committing an offence here is you get some people that are very serious into their radio control vehicles. And they would all now be going, what do you mean a toy? But it's like people that have come around and seen my bus and they go, oh, that's a nice toy. It's like, yeah, to them it is a toy, but to me, it's not. My part works aren't. They do mean a lot to me. So we just wait for Peter Webster to go, oi! Right, so Chris Davis says, hi, Big Mac, how's you? Not bad, mate. Good, Dave. We have a party on the gate. Yeah, that's it. So we do have a bit of a, yeah, it's like, do you remember when you were a kid and you used to just hang out with your mates?
Yeah.
And you look forward to that, and then your parents go, what have you been up to? And you go, nothing. And you haven't been up to anything, but yet you've had a good night. It's kind of what it's like playing Red Dead. You know, just to describe what we do is, I know Mike's not around, but I'm sort of jumping it. Yeah, we just muck around. Peter says, I'm good, Chris. Cheers. Chris Davis says, good to hear, Peter. Penny, got more issues of Eddie Stobart. Hopefully my others come before the strikes. Yeah. I tell you what, it is getting fun. I can't wait till Wednesday. I'm doing. Oh, that's the point. I just said Monday, Wednesday, Friday for stream, didn't I?
Yep.
Right, let's do Monday, Thursday, Friday. Because Wednesday I want to do live on the Eddie Stobart. So I know I've just accidentally committed to more streams, but I really don't know what I'm going to do the week after until I get my rota. If I'm working Wednesday, I'm going to have to do it pre-recorded.
Are you all right for a minute while I go to the women's and get coffee?
Yes. Don't know why you need to go to the women's to get a coffee.
Get a coffee.
I normally go to the kitchen, but if you've got a coffee maker in your toilet, then that's a bit posh.
It's big enough to have one in it, so you know.
Yeah. No, that's all right. I'll just do a catch up on the chat.
No problem.
If there's anything relevant with you, then I'll repeat it when you come back.
Okay.
Yeah, go make your coffee. In fact, I'll tell you what, when you made your coffee and I've caught up with chat, I'll go make myself one.
All right, then wait a minute.
Sit there for another half hour or so. Yeah, so Mike, yeah, I'm gonna, do you know what? I'm gonna send you a little thank you present, Teresa. I'm gonna send you some money so that Mike can have a month's worth of subscription on that. So yeah, it'll keep the ship free from dust. That's a good point, actually. It is a very good point. Something like the Jaguar, because it's all smooth lines, you know, if you get yourself a nice soft brush, you could probably get away with not having a cover or a case. But something like the Titanic, there's lots of little fiddly bits on it, and it's quite hard to brush. So, yeah, something like a ship, yeah, You've just increased the value of the case for me on some things. Dave, fancy doing a boat trip on you? That'd be fun, won't it? You know the Irish attitude to the Titanic sinking, don't you? Because it was built in Ireland, wasn't it? And if you ever bring that up to the Irish, apparently they just go, "Well, it's fine when it left here." Which they're not wrong, are they? Dominic says, always enjoy what you do, whether you do games or model building or diamond painting. Always. Oh, thank you very much. And I will genuinely say that about you as well. I think there's a lot of value in the sit down and share with me what I'm doing kind of shows. I've got a problem. I forgot. Oh, they're sevens, aren't they? Yeah, doesn't matter what you're doing, the fact that you're sharing it with people. So like if you sit down, you do a show on your figure painting, and you do say maybe a 2-hour show, and all you've achieved in that show is maybe one eyeball, it's still as good, because it's not necessarily what you're doing that you're enjoying, it's the time with you. It's like a non-committal day down the pub with someone, and you can disappear at any time. Right, Peter Webster says, hi, Dominique. Dave Mac Bill says it might sink, Chris. Yeah, Chris is quite a heavy guy, isn't he? I can imagine it would sink. So Chris says, LOL, Dave. Hi, Dominic. Just been told Pack 3 Ferrari been paid and en route. Nice. If you like Ferrari. I'm not into the flashy. I'm not into supercars. They don't do anything for me. One model I would have liked to have got, if I had the money and could read French, I think it's French, was that Simca. I think it was a Simca they did, and there was another old car they did, but that wasn't available in the UK. But one that there's two that I would do, that I would, even if I couldn't afford it, I would switch my heating off for a couple of hours a day in the winter and go without food. And that's the old classic Mini. It was 3 actually. The old classic Mini, Mark 1 Escort, and a Morris Minor Traveller, but it'd have to be the purple one. So I think it's plum. So that's the 3 cars I would. See, I did the Fiat 500 and it came with the caravan, and it's just got so much fun on it. It's not, Fiat 500, it doesn't even pretend to be a serious car, and I think that's why I enjoy it. Right, Chris says, has anyone known Yodel to deliver the wrong address as they delivered a parcel for me downstairs? All the time. I think the question there should be, as far as I'm concerned, has anyone known Yodel to deliver to the correct address? I mean, that's more like it, isn't it? So Yodel are about as much use as a concrete parachute. Yeah, there you go. In all fairness, there are some good Yodel deliverers, and I can tell you a very good Hermes deliverer. When I lived in Newport, my Hermes guy was absolutely ace. I thought he was he went way above and beyond, but they don't seem to be in the majority, do they? That's the trouble. Right, where are we up to? Peter Webster, I can't stop noticing the smile on the... Yeah, I know that's his chin, but it does look like a bit of a cheeky smile, doesn't it? It's like...
It does look like a cheeky smile.
Yeah. I had a piece of chicken on the side. Do you know where it's gone? And he's gone, no, I know nothing about your chicken that's been sitting on the side that you've been looking forward to all day. It's true. I spent over 1,000 on my large scale. Wow. Oh, now, if I might get a drone. It's a very, very long shot. On my trip earlier this week, lost property, a bag, opened it up, and there was a really good drone in it. Now, obviously, I have to have that into lost property, and we have to keep it for a certain length of time. But I told the controller, I say, you put my name on that, and if that isn't claimed, I'm having it. Because I wasn't interested in drones because the rules were too complicated for me. I didn't understand the rules, and I have since looked at radio control planes, but I've been looking at the planes, not the radio controlness of them, building the aircraft. And you can buy the plans, and like I can buy a massive, like 1 to 12 scale Lancaster plans in the wood for about 300-400 quid, which I think is a really good deal. But I think that once you've built a radio control plane, it's gonna be natural to go, well, I built this plane, well, I think I want to fly it. So I contacted a radio control club, and they said, oh, you've got to do this, that, and the other, and we insist you come down. We'll have someone fly your plane for you to make sure it's okay, and then we've got some planes where we teach you to, like, simple planes, and then over so many month period they get you up. You actually have to have, I'm going to call it a pilot's license. You have to have a license and reach a certain standard before anyone will let you, well, anyone reputable will let you fly them. And I mentioned this to the guy I know. I mean, he uses drones big time, serious as his job. He's like freelance drone flyer. People ring him up and they say, oh, we need surveys done. And out comes his drones and he goes out and flies them. And I was telling him about this and he goes, oh, yeah, it's all pretty much the same with drones. And it's because of these incidents that have happened at airports and stuff, which apparently the rumor is they're all just made up stories and nothing's actually happened. But that's another discussion that I don't really know much about. It's one of those things I can neither confirm nor deny. But basically, you have to have kind of a radio control pilot's license. Can you back me up or deny this for me, Peter? So I'm like, well, if I'm going to look at getting a license to fly radio control planes, then it's all going to be the same thing as drones. So now it opens up the drone. I'm not interested in big old proper massive drones, but I live in Scotland where the scenery is amazing. So what I am perhaps interested in is having a day out somewhere and then get the drone out, get a camera on it, have a little bit of a whiz round and download the footage and share it. And, nothing major. So, and then obviously I don't think I'll end up with this drone. I mean, it looks too expensive for someone to go, oh no, I've lost the drone, never mind. Because it's all, well, I think the quality of the bag was very good quality. So it's someone who probably uses that drone properly. So I'm just going over this and just picking up the odd drills that I've missed out, which is mostly, I've missed 8 out as well there. So yeah, right. Teresa says, no, Penny, you don't. No, I don't need to do it, but you two have been there for me big time. And at the very least, it'll be like a little way of me saying thank you for being there. So I do appreciate it. And, I'm not treating you different from anyone else. I know Chris has been there for me and I helped him out with a, well, actually, I bought him a kit. Did you get that KFC last week, Chris?
Yes, he did. I remember. He said he did.
Yeah, but did he say he did or did he actually get it? Let's see. I know him. He'll be off down the second-hand shop seeing stuff that he likes and he'll go, well, thank you for the KFC. And in the background, you've got boom, 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 boom. We know the truth. So I'm the same as well. I've many a time I've gone without food because I bought something I probably shouldn't have bought with when food was a higher priority. So, and he'll deny it till the cows come home. He'll go, "No, I definitely did buy that KFC. I promise." But no, sometimes I can help people out. Sometimes I rely on help. And I think that's just called world, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know a couple of times I've rung you up, Natasha, and it's I'm able to disguise it with concern for you, but actually ulterior motive is I just need to talk to someone.
Well, we all need that sometimes.
I'm a bit sneaky like that, you see. Right. One number 7 there. I think that is it. If anyone else can see any other missing drills, just point them out for me. But I think it's just that number 7 there. Right, so this, I don't know where this come from. Is it this one? 0, that's the one. I cannot praise this one enough. I really cannot. I've got to the point where I'm trying to think of something negative to say about it. Just to
guess what? You're not going to find anything.
No.
No point trying.
No. Oh, I can't find something. I can't find my number 7s. Oh, here we go. No, it's very well detailed for the size. The sparkly diamonds are nice, or drills are nice. I try not to call them diamonds because they're not diamonds, are they? It's quite a nice little size for sitting on. Obviously it's designed to be made into a picture, and it's just the right size for that. So the colors are just nice. I mean, it's brown is an half color, but yet they've done really, really well with that. And look at it now compared to how it was. It was nice when I put a few drills on. So yeah, really, really happy with that. So I'll just carefully do this because you know me, I go in heavy-handed and bugger everything up right towards the end. Put all that effort into it, and then in one swoop I've knackered it. Look at that. Perfect. Excellent. I really cannot fault that. I can't fault that at full price. So there you go, guys. £4 from Smith's Beads. And there's on stream, there's what, about 10 hours? So maybe if I was a kid who sat down, that's a Sunday afternoon. Keep kids quiet for Sunday afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be. So if the kids are driving you mad, £4. I think most parents would pay £4 for an afternoon's peace and quiet.
I would.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. There you go. I found a criticism. Not a much whatever one. So these drills, you see that they're not all the same colour. So you really need to be. I think that's why they've given you so many, so you can find two. Like there you go. There's two there that are similar colours. Maybe I should have used those two. So he's a bit David Bowie eyes. Although on camera that looks perfect. But that one to me is red and that one's blue. Oh, it must be the way it's catching the light then. No, it's not. It is red. I promise you that's sort of a purple colour. There you go. There you go. That's the colour it is. Whereas that one, not so much. But when you hold it at a distance, that is really nice. That is really nice. Again, the distance thing. Remember, I'm looking at this a bit closer. That, do you know what? That is superb. Look at it from a distance.
Yep.
That is a really good picture. See, again, because I'm right up close. I'm seeing it like this as I do it, and it looks nice. But look at it from a distance. That is superb. I cannot fault that at all. And obviously, once you hit it with the right, great, excellent. So, unfortunately, I've got these little drills that I can't do the numbers with. But what I'll do, I will tip those up into. I don't know how I'm going to label them, but because I don't think I'm going to get any more drills like that, am I? So, now, what do you reckon to that?
I'd keep them.
Have you done that one?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
For the price of
really
it.
good fun. Really good fun.
It was. And it
Yeah.
took me a couple of streams to do. Well, not streams, but
Yeah.
a couple of times to do.
I mean,
Two
obviously,
or three.
the streaming slows me down a bit because I'm dealing with the comments and chatting with you. But I think there's about 10 hours I've spent on that. So I'll probably say it's about a 5-hour project. Obviously, it depends on how quick you are. Right, so we've got a Hi Peter Webster, Lamborghinis and mice. Nice, mice. Laura. Hi, Laura. How are you? She says,
Hello.
hi. Peter Webster, I'm sick of deliveries. Had 10 yesterday, Christmas again. God, I couldn't be sick of 10 deliveries. That'd be like Christmas every day. Chris, love a droners. I'd love to make air. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You just got to be careful where you're flying them. You apparently you can't fly them within a certain distance of where there's people and airports and certain things. But some of the scenery in Scotland, you could fly at low level. I mean, at Fort William I went to the other week. I want to go there again. But it was nice to go as a coach driver. But obviously, if I went as a car driver, I can then take my time. My timetable isn't dictated by somebody else. Peter website 14 drone. Why do you need 14 drones? That seems a lot. Do you have different drones that do different jobs? Is that what it is? Nice, Peter. That's awesome. Yes, I did for sure. Yeah. Oh, good. That's about the KFC. Laura Robson says, hi, ladies. Teresa says, hi, Laura. Corey, you guys know how to chat, don't you? Been flying radio control for 12 years. All you need to know is basic knowledge about flying RC and a quick multiple choice. Yeah, but it's still a test, isn't it? And it shows that I have the basic knowledge. Ideally be a member of a do you know what? I was quite impressed because the club that I first contacted, they kind of turned me away for a different club because they said that their members are quite experienced and they're a small club, whereas there was another club, they've got some really good members and they've got some inexperienced members, and it is a better place to go for a beginner. And I thought, okay, fair enough. If you're turning people away from your club, it shows that you're giving them proper level of care. Otherwise, obviously clubs benefit from having lots of members, but they're not just taking anybody. So, all right, Dave Max says, looks awesome, Penny. I can't fault. I really can't. I've got to the point I'm trying to fault it because it can't be all that good for £4, can it? But it is. It is. So it looks fantastic, Penny. Thank you. Mine took 2 weeks to do. Was that your diamond paint? Yeah, I bet your diamond paint was a bit bigger though, wasn't it? Chris Davis World, nice, Dave. DJI have released a new mini sub. The new mini sub, 250 gram weight. Yeah, because you only need a license if the drone, if it's below a certain weight, you don't need any registration or anything, because you have to get a license for yourself and you have to register the drone. This is where it starts to get, without actually looking into it, it's where it starts to sound confusing. It's less confusing having spoken to someone, but still confusing. But the simple answer is get a little drone. And because drones are quite popular, they've advanced into it. I mean, I remember drones sort of 20, 30 years ago. They really weren't. They were quite difficult to control, weren't they? Smith B says, hi all. Glad you like it, Penny. Yeah, I say I'm trying to falter it because I say it can't be that good for £4, can it? But it really is. Hi Smith Speeds. Hi Smith Speeds. Yeah, it's a really nice appetizer. Yeah, it's because I did have that before, but I gave it to someone who never bothered with it. But that is absolutely perfect. If you get someone ever say to you, oh, it looks good. Yeah, diamond painting looks good, but I really don't know if it'll be for me. Boom, there you go. £4. Doesn't matter if you don't like it.
Yeah.
So Chris said, nice home, man. Hi, Teresa. How is everyone? Scenery is amazing. Yeah, Wales and Scotland. I mean, a lot of parts of England. Northern England is really nice. I do enjoy my daytime runs because there's so much scenery to take in. Down the East Coast, it's all rocky, and it's one of those areas that looks sort of round about where the Scottish-English border is and just below. It's that sort of scenery that it's sort of saying to you, come, it's lovely here, but actually in actual fact, if you do come, I'm going to kill you. It's that kind of, where it's all rocky and you've got all the white around the coastline, and it just looks absolutely amazing, but you just know if you do go down there, you won't ever come back. Smith B says, hi Dave Mac, Builds, hi at Pete Webster. Chris Davis, hi Mike. I've built, oh yeah, drone racing. That's a completely different thing, isn't it? That's precision for it, because is it like the Red Bull thingy drone racing I've seen, where you go chuck these drones through these little tiny, you go in this little tunnel and you go around. It's got to be precise. It's so quick. Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? There is actually, it's quite a few drone patterns, whatever you want to call them, for 3D printing. It's tempting to download them as well. It's quite handy that if you damage your drone, you can just print a new part off. So that's got to be handy, isn't it? Hi, Chris Davis World. I'll do video tomorrow. Forgot I had a Halloween. What's a Halloween gayer today? Been hectic. Is that a spelling mistake, or is that actually a thing? You might teach me something. I might end up using my phrase every day is a school day. So Chris says, how's you, Mike? I take it you've been to see your mum, have you, today, Mike? £4. Did you? Yes. I would have paid, knowing what I know about that, I would have paid anyway, but £8 for that. I'd have paid that, but this cost me £4. And don't forget, guys, we have a code 10new, which will just save you a little bit of money. And now, obviously, something I often mention is Smith Speeds don't rob you with postage. Yes, they charge you a separate postage fee, but that means they can charge you actual postage rather than adding an amount per item. Imagine this. You buy something from ABC Drills, we'll call them fictitious company, and they charge you £8 for this, right? And with free postage. So £2 of that is postage. But maybe you've got 6 kids, so you buy 6 of these. So you're now paying 6 lots of postage on one item. With Smith beads, they will charge you £4 and then you'll pay postage at the end. So in actual fact, if you buy more of them, it works out cheaper. It's only if you're buying if you buy one packet of drills for 30p, your postage is going to be a lot by comparison. So this is why I don't just buy stuff when I need it. I just sort of wait a few days and then look at other stuff I can throw in. But essentially the way, because if you have free postage, you know every item has a little premium to cover the postage. So if you're buying more than one item, you're paying twice for the postage, but it's only being posted out once. I used to be a bit of a, oh, well, you charge postage on top. But then when Mike explained to me, I'm like, that's so simple. Why did I not think of that? And I do now think paying separately for your postage is possibly the best way to go. And it kind of makes me wonder with Amazon, am I getting a good deal with Amazon? Because those guys that deliver that package to my front door, they aren't doing that out of the goodness of their heart. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, obviously use the company that works best for you. Right, Swiss Bees, Christoph's World Knacker just got home. What are you having for your tea then, Mike? I bet Mike can just chill for the evening. Yes, chill and come and play a bit of Red Dead later on. Peter Webster, you get operator's ID when registered with CAA, and I'd have ID has to be on models. That's it. I knew something like that. I'm kind of at that stage where I know just enough to be dangerous. I don't know enough to be any good. I just know a little bit, and that kind of makes me dangerous rather than safe. Laura Faye, sorry about all the stuff. No, it's fine. Laura, I've seen your writing, and I can generally you know me, I don't criticize if anyone spells wrong. You don't know why they're spelling it. You could be typing too quick, in which case slow down. There could be 101 reasons. Don't ever apologize for spelling things wrong. I do it sometimes as well. Similar, yeah, my fastest drone clocked at 61. That's almost as fast as my coach. If you could get another 2 miles an hour on that, you could get to London before I do. Chris Davis World, no, got to catch up on today's work. Oh, fair enough. Natasha, did you get your delivery, Natasha?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Mike.
Proof. We need proof.
I haven't sorted these out yet because I'm obviously
pictures. Because I've already seen them. They are lovely, but as you're showing that, and I have seen them, yeah. Oh, you separated them
now, so you know.
Yeah, but you can see how they come apart. They're so simple, aren't they?
Yeah.
Little bit slightly more complicated if you attach them on two sides because you got to line up 2 bits, but it's really not difficult. So look, while you show that bit off, I need to turn my head because you know I don't want to look at your drawers. I'm going to go and make.
I don't know. We never know what you can. You might do. And the other one, I think I've moved it in my drawers already. My tiger. And thank you for naming the other bag for this, so I knew it was a tiger. Because I know you put them both together. And there's my other one. The leopard.
Nice.
They came today, even though they were supposed to be here last night.
So
But
when
sadly,
did you
I
order
didn't
them?
understand tracking last night.
So when did you order them?
Oh, Wednesday.
So still not bad. Even getting them today, is that?
Nope.
3 days.
And it was free delivery after you spend so much. I think it was 40.
There you go.
So you got free
So
delivery with
I'm
it.
going on about the fair postage. I mean, what I've said before is if you order enough, you might get free delivery in the sense that you get 10% off. That 10% saving is covering your postage. But if you spend over 40 quid, well, if you spend over 44 quid, use your £10 voucher, you saved your postage twice then, haven't you?
Yep.
So, right, okay, my kettle's just boiled. I'll be at another 30 seconds.
So thank you, Mike, for them ones and Busy Bees. But yeah, got them today finally. Stood outside for 2 hours at the door, cold. But they're sat. If I twist you around, you can see where I'm trying to get my craft corner in. And they're sitting right there by my water bottle. Sitting right there. But they're not used yet. But they will be.
Oh!
They're going in it.
All right, that's what happens when you don't clear rubbish up. You end up walking all over it. Could have been worse. It could have been an upturned plug or a piece of Lego.
So they're sitting in my little crafty corner.
Nice.
That I'm making.
So, well, I should be getting my delivery any day soon because I did get an email. Because I'm working nights, my days have all blended into one. I don't know if I got the email this morning or last night, but it said order updated. So that's on its way. Where am I? I know it's somewhere. But I say when I'm working nights, it's you might send me an email in the afternoon. I might not read it till 2 or 3 in the morning the next day. So I end up getting confused over what the days are. But I will find you and I will read you. Here we are. It's yesterday. Oh, it's very late. Yeah, I'll call it today. Because it's after hours last night. But I've got to track an ID. Should I track it for after? Actually, I think Every's got quite quick now. They are used to be Every used to take about a week, didn't it? But now it's about 2 or 3 days. I did have one, and it said it's been collected, and it's like, say for example, on a Monday, and I'm thinking, I'll get that Wednesday, Thursday. The next day, ding dong, here's your parcel. So there you go. Let's start talking nice things about Every now. Right, Chris Davis says, bless Mike, hopefully not too much for you. Well, I never know how to say that with work, because on the one hand, I hope you don't have too much work because obviously you have an easy day. But on the other hand, I hope you have so much work you never catch up, because it means your business is more thriving. So I suppose the right thing is, I hope you have a nice balance of work that suits you. There you go. There's the get out answer. Peter Webb said most racers now he's given me things that I don't understand. Most racers fly FPV with goggles, which is how I fly, as I'm partially sighted. There you go. There's a bit of hope for you there, Chris. Chris could get into drone racing. We know it's possible. McDonald's. Do you know what? That reminds me. They're doing this Halloween thing on the app, and you can choose trick or treat. And if you choose trick, you get like money off or something like that. And I think treat, you might, I don't know, whatever. I did it once, but I got like a choice of about 8 different things for £2.50, and one of them was a Big Mac. And I thought, well, that's a bit naff because they generally run their £1.99 promotion on Big Macs, don't they?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I'd rather have a double cheeseburger. And I'm plucking up the courage to say, can I have a double cheeseburger? But it's in charge you can put some Big Mac sauce in it. And voila, you bought yourself a Big Mac for £2.50 instead of £5 something. But, all right, Peter says, wow, I've actually gifted 9 RC drones to YouTubers as gifts. Wow, talk about the wrong place at the wrong time for me then. No, you know what? I think if someone comes up to me and gave me a drone, I think it'd be wasted at the moment. So, Laura, I've always been intrigued with drone. Yeah, I do like the pictures you can get. You just can't get any like these nice high up pictures. You cannot get them any other way. So Laura says, but I plan on applying to do. Yeah, you said I'd be really interested to know how you get on with that. Because we talked about Makaton and British Sign Language, didn't we? And I still can't remember what the third one is. But you said British Sign Language is more appropriate for you because the people you'd use it with. But so I know 3 words in Makaton. And that's it. And that's see you later. Chris Davis, nice, Natasha.
Thank you.
You'll get hooked on those drawers just like I did.
It's all right, Mike and Trees. No, I'll run to him then.
Yeah. No, I bought 4 drawers. I just noticed I've got a couple of drawers that I'm linked up from. There's a little tiny gap. And I'm like, I'll be ripping those apart later on. Yeah, I bought like 4 or 6 of them. And I'm like, I like these. I want a big complete set. So now I've got 20 of them. And now I want more. Because, actually, I don't need more now. Because now that I'm gonna remember, I said if I got the complete set of AB drills, I'm short by about three tubs, aren't I? But
so.
If I drill those, if I just file those little edges back, I can get an extra 7 trays, 7 tic tacs into each drawer. So that's another 140 I can get in there. I might even be able to squeeze round drills in as well. Not that I want, I think I just have the round drills to say, look, I've got everything. Because that's the kind of mad thing I would do. So, but they actually make, if you take all of the Tic Tac containers out, they do actually make reasonable sized drawers. But I think you're going to use them as drawers, not as Tic Tac container drawers. You're probably better off with, like I've got this, I can't reach it from here, but that green one I've got. So I'm going to use that. Dave Max says typo errors, LOL. Sorry, I missed that out. I was going to say good night, ladies. See you on the next one, and thank you, Natasha, for the ad on Facebook. Yeah, look forward to it. I hope you how do I don't know what to say. I hope things go well for you. Typo errors, LOL. People have said night, Dave. See you later, TC Bud. See you later. To take care, bud. Oh, these youngsters and their abbreviations. Smith B's night at Dave Mac Builds. Night, Peter and everyone. I'm so hot. I should have had that heating on so long in the afternoon. I was cold, so I've dressed up quite warm. I put the heating on, and then I started to get warm, so I turned the heating off. But now the heating's kicked in because it's on timer as well. So the heating's kicked in as I'm already warm. So, but I'm just trying to keep the heat. I don't want to lose the heat. It was last modified. Yeah, that's about the time. Yeah, Friday 23/22 is the date of my email. So it must have taken 2 seconds to send. But I'm going to call that Saturday. I'm going to call that today because obviously at 11, you aren't going to get a collection that day, are you? So it's probably going to get to me by, what do you reckon, Tuesday or Wednesday? So I think that'll probably be pretty damn near perfect timing, actually, because I've got a lot to do at home over the next few days. And I think that'll just sort of distract me from doing all the stuff I need to do. So that's probably going to be perfect timing. But you know me, I'm ordering stuff before I need it. So if it takes 2 or 3 weeks, like according to the, oh, that reminds me. Should we close the poll?
Yes, you got to close
so
the poll now.
The next diamond painting I've done. Do we get the actual? There we go. So what diamond painting should I do next? Snow Bus 66%, Two Wolves Kissing 16%, Leopard 8%, Pup Looking in the Puddle and Seeing Wolf 8%. Come up here. Oh, it hasn't come up on the StreamYard. So yeah, I'm definitely doing the Snow Bus next. So in actual fact, then these, I meing, I need the drills. I'm going to need the drills for the other one that I'm doing because I'm going to need an extra 5 bags of 453 because I'm replacing 647 1 bag and 3072 4 bags for 457. But the 2 diamond paintings, how long is it going to take me to do the snow bus? Probably months, isn't it? So this is I try and get things ordered and received before I need them.
Yeah.
So the next stream I'm going to be doing I got hiccups now, so bear with me, guys. So the next stream I want to do that, finish off that flick. I've done all the drills on the Flix bus, so I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to do a big old chunk at the top, make sure those drills are in perfect. We'll get that sealed in. I'm going to use the Mod Podge because I'm going to use up the Mod Podge. I think we all agree if it's going in a picture frame, or it depends on the type of picture frame, I think we most of us are thinking wood glue actually because it stiffens it up, doesn't it? But I think PVA glue is just as good as that Mod Podge, but I'm going to use the Mod Podge because I just happen to already. I just happen to have a tub, so I'm going to use it up. The glitter, I think I'm going to save the glitter more for something where glittery is a bit more appropriate, kids projects, things like that. You know, Here's a diamond painting of you because you are a princess. You know, that's when you want glitter everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll use the Mod Podge only because I've got the Mod Podge and it's one, but I don't think I'm going to buy Mod Podge again. And then I think I'm going to use wood glue if I'm going to put it in a frame, and PVA if... well, I don't know. Yeah, I've got this big 5 litre of PVA glue now. I could send it back actually, but it's always worth keeping PVA, isn't it? When you're a crafter, it's a bit of a weapon, isn't it? PVA glue. Right. P. Webster says, "I wish I only had a corner like that, Natasha. My collection fit. Oh God, 20 by 12 custom built exotic pet house." A 10 by 13 bedroom, my bedroom filling now. This is the trouble with hobbies, isn't it? I've got that's really nice. That is really nice. And you have cracked on with that, haven't you?
It's a 50 by 70.
Wow. See, and again, till you know the size of it. See, the one that I'm working on is a 50 by 50. My Flix bus is a 60 by 60. So what's that, 50 across, is it?
Yeah, 70 down.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been cracking on with that roughly about twice the rate. Could I just see it? Because you started that at roughly the same time I started my wedding one, didn't you? And that's where I'm up to on mine. So you get on about twice as much as me. So Although I'm gonna claim that you've had it easier because you've got more block. But then I've got a lot more block. Once I get past the faces, the rest of it is pretty much block.
That's as I go down now. All right, I've got a bit of block there, but once I hit my soldiers on me, that is when I'm getting confetti.
See, in a space that big, on the face, I'm using about 15 or 20 different colours. But then on the block bit, I noticed on one bit it's all circle. So circle is 939, and then obviously her wedding dress is 3865. It's pretty much all 3865. Do you know what? I knew there was something I forgot to order. Oh, I'm going to have to make another Smith's Beads order. I wanted to buy those ends. They sell the ends for the multiplacer, don't they?
Yes.
You don't get, I think, if I remember rightly, oh, hang on. Why is it blocked? Don't know why it's blocked, that comment, but I put it on a show. So, right. I'm going to have to cross between the two because the links don't come up on this. Yeah. So yeah, because if I've got it right, they do. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure they do. You get the ends, but you don't get the actual barrel with it, which is actually perfect for me because, as you know, you get these. I've got hundreds of barrels everywhere from, every time you get something, you get pen. So all you need to do is take that end off and then put these other barrels in. So let me see if I can find them. I know they're here somewhere. Oh, that's kits. I've got accessories. There we go. I know they do just the ends. I'm sure of it. They've got 3 different accessory kits by the looks of that. I'm going to have that, give that a look. Right, storage case and accessories. Paint and toolkit and case, £4.50. I think that's the one I bought. That one. And I've just spotted this one. Diamond paint and accessory kit. That looks a little bit of a smaller one. Right, so going to find these. Going to find them. Here we are. Multi-placer 3 pieces. That's absolutely perfect. I don't need the barrel. Every time you buy a diamond painting, you get the barrels, and they will fit nicely into the barrels, won't they? In fact, I've got a 3-placer, so if it doesn't fit into the normal barrels, it will fit into my 3-placer barrel. There we go. There we go. So, because it's actually that 7-placer I want. Because I've got a 10-placer. Let me find us. I keep losing my cursor. There we go. So that's the one I've got at the moment. And that's the barrels that you get with any diamond painting. This is actually the one that came with the wolf. Because I can see from the numbers, you get 12 different colours. But yeah, I've got the 3-placer, which I've got the hang of. Is that 9 or 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10. So that's a 10-placer. But I found the jump from 3 to 10 is a little bit too much, which is why I'm after that 7-placer. And all I need to do is just pull that off. That's just the standard barrel from any diamond painting pen. This is obviously the barrel that came with it, but for 50p for the ends. But I wouldn't place an order. I wouldn't place a 50p order myself because let's have a look. Yeah, it's going to cost £2 with the post. Actually, it's not too. To be honest with you, actually £2 fine. I'd pay £2 for those ends. I'll tell you what I am tempted by, for a bit of a laugh, is the loom bands. I bought the loom bands years ago when they were a craze. And I bought the proper thing. I just bought them just to see what they were like. And I could not get on with the actual board thing. And I figured out how to do it on my fingers. And it was easy. And I was, and it's just handy because you can just like that. And I'm now starting to think, I mean, what do they cost? Trouble is, when people run out of loom bands, can they get them more in? Because it's a bit of a dead thing now, isn't it? It's one of those phases. But I can just imagine me on the bus. You know, when I'm not driving, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and I'm just so I did my stream. My stream went pretty well. I went to Edinburgh. Oh, here you go. Here's a bracelet. But I'll get through them so quick. So I'm just, and sometimes I muck about with the kids. I did have a funny one the other day. There was 2 kids, they had plastic swords with them. And then when one of them wasn't keeping their eye on the sword, I just grabbed it and stabbed his brother with it. Not stab him much. Went, "Ugh!" And they thought that was quite amusing. And, but yeah, I'm just a little bit tempted by that. So, oh, Natasha's gone and come. But no, I'll find some stuff to. Do you know what? I'm tempted by that. Heaven and Earth.
I'm so tempted to do the exact same.
I'm tempted because it looks a bit of a challenge. See, by comparison, what we do with diamond painting is easy. There's a symbol. It says A. You look at the chart. A is this.
I did have one, but I have no longer got it.
Yeah. But you see, with the Heaven and Earth, you're getting blank canvas. So first of all, you got to figure out your start point, which isn't that hard, but
usually
they say that work out where the middle is and work from the middle. I never used to work from the middle anyway.
No, I don't. I work from one side and that's it.
Corner. Yeah, but you've got to count in. Yeah, you don't place that drill where it tells you to place that drill. You've got to work out it's 7 across and 5 down, and then you'll do 3 of them, and then you'll skip one, and then you'll do. And then looking at my confetti ones, can you imagine having that confetti on a blank canvas? And I'm just thinking, I remember doing my first cross stitch, thinking, I'll give it a go. If it cocks up, it cocks up. And actually, I did a pretty good job on it. You know, I didn't cock. I think I have in the past done but you see, also with cross stitch, if you get a row wrong, that's easy. You get your stitch unpick, you cut the knot, and you pull the whole row out.
Yeah.
It's done. With drills, it's not so easy, is it? I'm not looking at it for the Heaven and Earth. I'm looking at it as the challenge.
That's what I've been looking at them again, because I had one, and I'm so tempted for a challenge.
It's so
but I haven't done it yet.
Though. It's so expensive if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, I'm looking at Goddess of Passion, and it looks amazing, but it's £117.99. And then you got to buy the chart on top. And I don't know, I'll see if. Do you have a sort facility? Here we go. Oh, I don't know if that works. Your sort doesn't seem to work. I'm pressing the high to low and the A to Z. It's not changing the orders. Right, let's have a look. Right, 72, 45. 45 pound. 45, 39 mini Egyptian temple. But you see, with the cheaper ones, because obviously the cheaper ones are smaller, aren't they?
I think it's called mini.
Yeah, I think it is that mini Egyptian one, 39 quid. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, I'm up to page 6 of 8. But, oh my God, did I just see that right? Oh, wow. Power of the Elements, MC. 132 by 176. £241.99. But it does actually look really good. Really, really nice. But that's one hell of a challenge, isn't it? 35 quid. Oh, here we go. Tranquil Tulip. Oh no, we got one even. Yeah, 30 quid. There isn't a picture on it, but 30 quid. So, and then you got to buy your chart. How much is the chart? $11. And I'd download that. $13. I'd probably buy the large chart format because it's bigger print, isn't it?
Yeah.
So $13 is about £13 these days, isn't it? So 43 quid. That's, yeah. Could do it. But not anytime soon. But no, I'm just thinking of the challenge.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking of. This challenge.
But then the worry is, if I'm up for it and I do a good job and I really enjoy it, do I now need to be spending 250 quid on them instead of 30, 40 quid on a custom? Will that make me bored of customs?
Don't know.
That would make me worried. That would. Anyway, right. Chris Davis World, Night Big Mac, Laura Robson. I'm just waiting on an email with advice as to the best starting point. Oh, that's regarding to the sign language, isn't it? Yeah, really would be key. Maybe you could do some videos on that, Laura. YouTube videos. See, I'm very good. I just had a thought.
Did it?
Sorry, complete change. Yeah, it did actually. It was fake. No, Dave Mack was saying about because obviously all the new part works that are coming out at $10.99. It's a normal thing they do. You know, my Root Master was $8.99. The Eddie Stobart's a lot of them are $9.99. Now they bring them out at $10.99. But he said that the Titanic has gone up, even though it's part way through the part work. Well, I'm now thinking, does that mean the Eddie Stobart's going to go up in price? That's an extra £4 a month. That can be a deal breaker for some people. Now, I could manage it, but anyway, right. People say, I'm well known on my channel for giving gifts to others. Wow. See, I like to give stuff away, but I can't afford to give a lot of stuff away. Square ABs have 119 in them. Yeah, I think we worked out I've got about 120 spaces or about 115 or something. But now I'm going to grind those little dividers away. I'll have an extra 140 spaces. So I can get all my ABs and some spares as well. If you search YouTube for gift from Peter Webster, they are there. There are a lot there. Right, so let's check this link out. Wow, you guys are just typing away, aren't you? Right. If it ever loads up. Right, I'm going to do a... Oh, there we go. So this is Peter Webster's channel. So meet the spider guy, 1,000 subs draw. Oh, he's got an R2D2. So there you go, guys. So get in there and double whammy unboxing with my bro. Venomous Visions unboxing. Oh, I'm going to enjoy it. Oh, I am subscribed to that, aren't I? Yeah, I knew I was subscribed. Just check I've got the, yeah. I don't recall seeing any notifications popping up. And yet you've been, well, you posted one 2 weeks ago. Oh, well, right, I'll keep an eye on that. I love a freebie, me. Right, I'm not exactly young. I'm you're about the same age as me then. Right, Chris, so this is the link for Chris Davis's channel. Give him a look. And then there's one there for Dave Mac Builds. Pop in, have a look. I mean, I'll give you a nice simple deal. Pop in, have a look. If it's not for you, don't subscribe. You know, I think we all agree we don't mind if you don't subscribe if it's not for you. You know, I'm doing I know there's people who watch, some of you guys who are watching now aren't interested in my other builds. You know, that's fine, that's your level of interest. I know there's some people that are in it for like the part works, they don't really care too much for diamond painting. And that's fair, you know. Pete Webster says, thanks, Chris. Pete Webster, I'm doing a 1,500 sub giveaway when I reach the goal. I will keep an eye out for that. So hopefully we can get you a few more subs today. That'd be nice. My latest hobby is music. I got a banjoline, electric violin, and a trumpet that I'm learning to play. And my wife got me a saxophone for our 23rd anniversary. My ambition is to learn to play the guitar to the point that I can play Sweet Child of Mine on the guitar, the riff for it. And also there's a song called Two Steps Behind by Def Leppard, acoustic version. I would absolutely love to be able to play that on the guitar. But unfortunately I have other priorities in life. I've got a couple. I will send your pen on Monday. Oh, thank you. I will give it a good look. Promise you. Chris Davis Will says subbed Peter. Thank you, Chris. Means a lot. No problems anytime. Subbed Chris. Power of the Elements MC 1923 packs. 1,923 packs of diamonds. Yeah. I don't think that Power of the Elements is the sort of one that you want to go, well, I'll give this a go. I think you probably want to start with a smaller one, don't you? So MC means max color, so you could have very low countings. Oh my god! So a little bit like my two customs that have come through, where there's about, what is it, 70 different colors, which is why I'm finding that I'm getting about 15 colors within the detail is beautiful, but 15 colors or so in a very small amount of spaces. So right, price increase starts after issue 45 of Titanic. So does that mean that they might be doing a price increase on the Eddie Stobart? I think that's a little bit unfair if they do it mid. I'd rather they put the price increase on from issue 3 and bring that pricing increase earlier than they wanted to, because then at least you know you're getting right from the start. Because otherwise you could get people, you got to think about this. 120 part work is a 2.5 year commitment. You kind of, it's really handy knowing that I'm paying the same price in 2 years than I am today. If you don't know what the price is going to be in 2.5 years, if you're struggling for money, how can you honestly commit to it? I think that's just got a little touch of irresponsibility to it. I had a collection of over 400 inverts Oh, no, not come around yours. I'll tell you a funny story, actually. I was friends with a guy who ran a reptile shop in Norwich. And one day I was helping them feed spiders. A simple job. You know, you got this little boxy thing of crickets, and then you take one out, you put it in. And there was one. It's a Brazilian bird-eating spider or something like that. And as I was going to put the animals in, I dropped it into the tub, into the aquarium thing. I'm about to put my hand in to pick it out, and my friend grabbed my arm. He went, "No!" Pulled my arm out. This spider leapt out at it, and he chewed through the plastic. I'm thinking, shit, that could have been my arm. And that didn't, because part of the reason he got me to do that was because I said I hate spiders. And he says, well, if you help me feed them, that might help you get used to them. I can assure you that day it didn't do anything to help me like spiders anymore.
It weren't me anyway. No, sod that.
I've got the T800 on the channel. What they're a bit like that one. I do love my T800. That's actually my first completed model. Smith Bees, Power the Elements FC. Oh my god, 237 colors. That's got to be insane. I can see now why people get these tray holders, so that they get. I think you'd probably need to do that, wouldn't you? You'd probably need a sort of 12, 20 colors on the go at once. You know, I tip mine out into the tray. I do the colors. I tip them back in the TikTok, and that works really well for me. But if you got 236, I'm seeing how much confetti you're getting with 70 colors. I bet there's so much with a 237. And with the size of the canvas, you can't do the whole canvas at once, can you?
No.
They're over a meter big each way. Wow, that's definitely another challenge. That's another level. That's Peter Webster's into music. That's level 42 stuff, isn't it? Ba-bum. P Webster, I have 23 reptiles, a tortoise, an African albino pygmy hedgehog. Well, fair enough. I mean, reptiles isn't for me. But then, you know, I've said to Natasha a lot of times, budgies aren't for me. But I can take an interest in someone else's budgies. Just they wouldn't be well looked after, not as well looked after as Natasha's. Dogs, cats, yes. Hamsters, possibly. Not sure if hamsters are for me anymore. Right, people. So my first bill was a vector. You know what? I saw that. I did try it. The reason I didn't continue with it was I looked at the price of the bill. I think it was 2 years at 40 quid a month. And I was advised it wasn't really a good one. It wasn't a fantastic one. So I remember Horlick saying to me he's concerned about the lack of the heated bed. So, and I could actually buy what I actually did was I bought my first 3D printer on a credit agreement. And I had like a much better 3D printer, and I was paying less per month for it. So I think you do have to look at your part works and decide whether it's going to work for you or not, isn't it? I know a few people have got that one. Chris Campling got that as well, didn't he? And he had a lot of trouble building it. P. Webster, and 2 giant frogs. That sounds interesting. Don't lick them now. I've heard about things about licking. Wasn't that a trend at one point, licking frogs? Or was that a myth? No,
I don't know.
People do.
I know if you kiss one, apparently a prince is supposed to appear.
Oh, I don't know these stuff. Well, you know, I don't know, a couple of years ago, we were doing stupid stuff, weren't we? You know, I mean, when I was a kid, the estate I lived on, it wasn't fully built. And we were climbing up on the building sites. And now people are eating Tide Pods. And that's kind of what the world has become, isn't it? Yeah, it was crap and lasted well after the listed issues. I have 6 3D printers. I had 4 at one point. I've got either 2 or 3, but I don't think I've got my big one anymore, because I think I bought the little ones, the Ender 3s, but they need trouble with the Ender 3s. They've got a few inexpensive parts that go quite quick, which is why it's handy. You kind of buy 3 to have 2, because you'll get like the nozzle will go on one, and the fan will go on one, and then as you fix the fan, they're all small cheap parts, but when you buy things like the Ender 3, you kind of need a bit of a collection of fans and a collection of Bowden tubes and collection of this and a collection of that, and you'll lose probably 5% of your prints because the printer breaks down. And ideally what you want to do is, another reason I only use, I think when I had 4 and I was using 3, and what I did was I'd have 3 prints on the go and 1 print I switched off, and then the next print I did on I switched the other one on and I switched the other one off. So I got echo.
Have we got the echo again?
We've got the echo again. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's doing a reboot. Right, Smith's display product. She's back. Do we want her back though? That is always the question. Hello.
Probably not. I don't know why it does it. I think my neck just jumps in and out.
Oh. Smith's beads are being naughty, look. They are tempting me. So that link they've just given me. Look. 59 by 82. 423 packs of diamonds. And then you got to buy the kit, which is probably going to be the same. Yeah. $14. So call it 14 quid. 66 quid. No, listen, I'm turning it off. Because you know I'll buy it. You know I'll buy it. So, my Ender 3 Pro. Now, you know what? I'm out of touch with the bits. I had the Swiss, Micro Swiss, is it? The nozzle. That was brilliant. And I had so many. Because the funny thing about 3D printers is it's like, what are you going to print on your 3D printer? Well, modifications for the 3D printer. That's what you seem to print most of, is mods for the printers. I had like a cable tied, like a chain belt, and trays and things. So I'd keep the small spare parts in trays that sit underneath, and then I haven't got it anymore. But there was a base you could build, and you used to cut a squash ball in half and stick that on the bottom, and that would dampen the vibrations. But yeah, that's it. The all metal hot end kit, that was good. It's expensive and it takes bloody ages to arrive because it comes from abroad, and you end up having to pay custom charges on it, but it's actually worth it. It just yeah, it's really, really good. Right, guys, so I have been streaming for I didn't think I was going to last this long today, but then I say that most nights, don't I? Right, so unless you've got anything to add, I am going to finish the stream.
No, I haven't got anything.
No.
I showed everything off I possibly could earlier.
Right.
Twice.
So, am I streaming tomorrow? If I remember rightly, you may or may not be able to make it.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow.
It's not a problem if you can't. I might not even stream. Might have a bit of a head start on bits and bobs actually. I build walk bowls and scenery. Yeah. Do you use anything different for the what is it, PLA? The plastic. Do you use anything special for that? Because you've got like food grade. You can't 3D print, like for example, you couldn't 3D print a picnic set because the plastic isn't food grade. So you can buy like food grade plastic and stuff. But one thing I really want to get into is the you can make prosthetic parts. But you need ABS for that, and I can't do ABS. So anyway, right, guys. So I think I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. Should we just say I'm not going to stream tomorrow, and I'll stream on Monday, and then I can do a bit of catch up. I have a little bit of time to myself, and then just have a bit of time to myself. Sort my house out a little bit, get a bit of a head start, and then Monday I'll put my plan into action. I'll go out in the morning, and then I'll come back and I'll do a couple of hours, in my kitchen, my living room, my bedroom, and then we'll have a stream. We'll stream 6 o'clock.
Right.
We'll do Monday, Thursday, Friday, probably Saturday as well. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Is that all right with you guys? Happy enough with that. If I stream every day, we'll probably end up with very little content. But then if I'm going out every day, but Tuesday I'm just doing shopping on Tuesday. So, but I don't want to. I don't really want to overlap with Chris because I know Chris does his Tuesday show, and I know his viewers and my viewers are slightly different. So I probably won't take too many off them, but I'm kind of angling for an invite as well because I do like getting on his show and because where he's not, I'm further ahead on the Eddie Stobart. So I think he's about 20 or so issues behind me. So it's really nice, and I can go, oh, I remember that. Yeah, and it kind of brings back the memory of doing it.
Yeah.
And then I try not to mention the current issues, but it's you kind of appreciate where you are. It's getting really good now, but it's never not been good. So seeing him build the issues that I did sort of 4 or 5 months ago is really nice. Right, so guys, I'm gonna go. That's my fishing just done the job, isn't it? Penny, if you want to join, I just happen to have a Tuesday free by coincidence. Right, PWF says no, PLA and ABS is fine. Teresa sounds good. See you next time. Great chat. Yeah, we always have a good time on these streams, don't we?
Yeah.
Come to watch the diamond painting, come to have a chat, doesn't matter. And I tell you what, I got a bit of homework for you, Tasha.
Oh God.
I think we should do another poll for something. Let's have some stupid reason to have a poll, and we'll run another poll throughout the whole. Or maybe we could run a couple of polls just to get people involved in something. Even if it's just something like, what is your favorite color, and then people can see. I don't know. Can you see the results of the poll while it's still running, or is it just?
I can. Yeah, I can.
So you could go, oh yeah, it was quite nice. It was like, I did hope if I'd have voted, I would have voted for the snow bus because I am looking forward to doing that.
Well, that's the one I voted for because I could vote.
Yeah, I couldn't vote. But I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's miles in front. And then it dropped down to 50%. Want to get about 57% in the end. But yeah, it was, apart from when it hit 50%, it was at all times it was beating everything else combined. So I think it's pretty unanimous that we're doing a snow bus. But the next stream, I'm going to be finishing the Flix bus. I've finished the actual diamond painting, but I'm going to make sure all of those drills are flat, and I'm gonna get the and we'll try out these brushes. I think these brushes are good. I haven't actually used them, but if you get the Mod Podge brushes, they're like five quid each. These are, I think they were a tenner. No, they work out at less than £1 each, and you get 8 in a pack. And the Mod Podge ones are about 5 or 6 quid each, and you get them in a pack of 1.
Yeah.
So, and I've actually been using one, like, you know, where you're doing your diamond painting and you drop drills. I've actually been using it as a little brush to get the drills out, because I've got 8 of them. You know, I can use them for wherever I want, and they're cheaper.
Well, yeah.
But they're all right. They're fine. I was expecting the worst from them. First thing I did, I got every single one, and I just tried to pull out any loose bristles, and I think I got like 2 bristles out of all of them. So I'd definitely recommend them over the Mod Podge ones any day. Right, so Chris Davis says, Penny, if you want to join Tuesday, you can. Teresa says, always a great few hours watching you both. Always great having you on board as well. Right, so I'm going to let Natasha say her lovely little, I always leave the end for other people. Is that right that I do that, do you think? Anyway, I do, so.
You do that. It's you. It's how you are. You
Yeah.
can't change that now, can you?
No. Right, so I'm going to let you end the show then.
Okie dokie. Thank you once again for joining. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and hope to see you on the next one. In the meantime, happy crafting and stay safe.
Take care, guys.
Bye.